Thank you for watching Crit Heads. You can catch our sessions live at 6 p.m. Central at twitch.tv/CritHeadsOfficial. Welcome to Crit Heads.
Yeehaw.
Who is watching?
Got 4 people, so.
Well, hello, everybody.
Hello, everyone. Hola.
Let me get all these bags out of the way before we begin. You boys ready?
I was born ready.
Absolutely.
I find that highly unlikely. You were a toddler. Anyways.
I wasn't born a toddler.
You
He
weren't?
was born a baby like everybody else.
I was born full grown.
Oh.
You know.
I came out 6'2".
That must have sucked.
All right.
Having back problems since birth. God awful.
I've had a lot of problems since birth.
Yeah, we know. But
So, I've got your rations and money pooled already,
cool.
since that worked so well with the pirates.
Oh, yes. Yeehaw.
So, each of you found your individual ways to Lustror, specifically to the Kingdom of Davii. You all heard through individual means that every year around the start of the new year, the king retires old knights that are due for retirement, and new knights are brought in. And each of you... Sorry, what?
Yeah.
Knights get pension in this universe?
They do.
Hell yeah.
You know because you were going to apply for the job. Some of you care more about this than others. At the end of your service, you will be given a plot of land in the Davii Kingdom, in a city of your choice, and enough money for you to live comfortably.
Hell yeah.
So with that alone, you were all enticed to come to Davi's Reach, the capital city of the Kingdom of Davii. And your intention is to apply for these positions.
Yeah.
The 3 of you each find your way to the room just outside of the throne room, where you were advised to sit down by those that were taking in applicants. You have no idea how many knights are retiring this year, and you have no idea who these other people are around you. It's safe to say that, just like with an interview at any job, these people are likely going for the same job that you are.
Fun. Great.
And
Sure.
After a few moments of just sort of eyeing at each other, you each are called into the king's throne room by a prior. A human man with olive skin and dark hair walks out of the throne room, points to the gnomish man in front first, and as you approach the door, he shouts, "Now, see the great Dr. Valgum Caston of the University of Thimbleton."
That's me. Good. What time of day is it?
It's around noon.
Good afternoon, everyone.
After a couple of moments, he then points to the tall man with the orange hair. And he says, "Hailing from parts unknown, we have Isaiah Fimmerclasp."
Present.
And lastly, he points to the half-elf in green robes, gesturing for you to join, and says, "From the tiefling land of Cyteria, we have Aethys..." Hey, buddy, what's your last name?
Yes. Ask an orphan what his last name is.
Oh,
Wonderful idea.
my apologies, I was unaware.
Yeah.
That's rough, buddy.
The 3 of you are ushered into the king's throne after your introductions. and you see the king, who is a fairly thin but tall human man. He's got this sort of balding blonde hair atop his head. He's about middle-aged. In these very fine clothes, and at his side are 4 knights in full plate.
What's the king's name?
You know this person to be named King Cornelius Davii.
I drop to a knee.
I do my best bow.
Isaiah?
I follow suit and see that the others bow. I'm just like, okay, I guess I'll bow.
Thank you. The king says. He says, so, you 3 are the ones who have come to offer your services to the court of Davii.
That is my intention, yes.
I assume that's why we're all here.
Couldn't have put it any other way.
Well,
My
it's
liege.
very convenient that you all managed to come all at once. For after the harsh year that my court has had, 3 of my knights have decided that they would like their pension.
Do you offer dental?
The finest that I can buy.
Excellent.
What about eye care?
Pre-existing conditions, we're gonna have to get you checked out. It's a whole thing. Looking at your monocle.
Oh, no, this does not help me see so much as amplify.
Oh, well, then things should be fine. The 4 knights in front of you, 3 of them take off their helmets. Each of them are human males of varying hair colors, and they set their helmets down in front of them. And the king says, "These 3 are the ones that you'll be replacing. Well, maybe. Here in the Kingdom of Davii, you must go under, I suppose the best way of putting it is an application process.
Prove ourselves before we are knighted.
Yes, that's precisely what I mean. You 3 will gain the title of squire before you gain the title of knight.
Well, I'll be happy to be convenient.
This 4th man right here, and you see that this last guy pulls off his helmet, and you see that he's a very tall, very buff half-elf man with fairly short, dark hair. King says, he is going to lead you on your first official mission, and should you come back from that alive, you shall gain your title of knight, and all of the benefits that come with it.
David,
Yes?
is this my father?
No. He looks way closer to your age than older. You would guesstimate, just by looking at him, that he's roughly, like, early 30s? Somewhere around there?
Yeah, that wouldn't work.
No, Andrew. Fucking half-elves are just not automatically related to you.
Yeah. I'll find them.
So, the knight walks forward, the one that isn't intending on retiring, and shakes each of your hands individually. Got a very firm handshake. And he says, pleased to meet you. My name is Lorenzo Celiodon.
Valgam Cast at your service.
Isaiah Thermoclasp.
Aethys.
Yeah, you're the one who caused the trouble in Cloudsign, I hear.
Yes. I see differently than most in positions of authority do.
Oh, well.
That comes
Not
from,
this authority, of course. Of course, not this one.
I wonder if this comes from prior experience.
You could say that.
I come from a line of Tournament of Champion participants, so it's understandable for you to, I fully understand where you're coming from. And I hope that you do Lustrar proud when the time comes.
You're a champion.
Of sorts.
Cornelius pipes up and says, "No, he just won a tournament in the city of Cloudsign that states that he is going to be the person who participates in the Tournament of Champions on behalf of Lustrar. Of Eastern Lustrar. I don't think that the Armakiri Kingdom is going to be participating this year."
I lock eyes with this and say, break a leg.
Why did that feel like a threat?
It wasn't.
You do have a menacing quality about you.
It's
You are
unintentional.
3 feet tall, so.
That is also true.
I
Nice.
mean no ill will.
Bracelet. You know what? Last name, bracelet. Let's go.
Jesus.
Let's not get into that right now. Touchy subject.
So, are you three ready to receive your mission?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Bored to death waiting here.
It'd
Well.
be good to get back on the field.
The king says, "Let me waste your time no longer, then. You must be familiar with the city of Cloudsign, indeed."
I was there not 3 weeks ago.
Well, while you were there, you may have heard of a little disturbance that they've been having. Most of my knights have been tied up in the situation following the death of Anya Armakiri, so...
Oh, that was what they were talking about.
Yes, Western Lustrar is in a bit of a power vacuum right now, but that's not nearly as important as this mission for you. Apparently, following that situation, a string of thefts have happened around Cloudsign.
Theft.
So, simple thefts, typically of the local blacksmith, has been hit about 4 times.
Are they stealing particularly powerful weapons?
That's the odd thing. It doesn't seem to be anything terribly useful. I mean, a dagger was taken apparently, but I don't have the full information here. The job that I am sending you all on is to go to Cloudsign, figure out what's happening, and put a stop to it. It's a fairly simple job for 3 squires and a knight.
Ah, we are to be babysat on this mission.
A waste of potential.
Well,
But I
knights
suppose
typically stay in groups of 4. Unless other situations require individuals to deal with them. Much like the situation down in Asmar about a year ago.
Yeah, what happened in Asmar?
Big bank robbery.
Wait, the bank that can't be robbed was robbed?
Yes, I'm not quite sure the details myself. They said that a ship of over 100 men stormed the place. I wasn't there. I have no idea.
Over 100 men on one ship.
That's what I was told.
To the cause.
That's a large ship.
Oh, it's not even the largest I've heard of. I've heard that the waters just west of Lustrar now have some mega ship in them. It's a huge thing.
Mega ship.
It's
Were I one for fairy tales, I'd be entertained by this. Can we go now?
I will hold you here no longer. Make sure you do your job well.
Of course.
I only do my job well.
I like the cut of your jib.
Lorenzo grabs his helmet and begins walking out with you all, saying, "If you'll follow me, boys, you'll get the first of many perks that you'll get with this job."
Hey, David.
Hey, Matt.
Do I see Orlando around anywhere?
Roll luck for me.
Keyboard.
Oh boy!
Aw.
You don't need a keyboard. You just need
You just need the mouse.
for scroll out. Yeah. It's back to totals right there.
If you
D10.
Yeah, 2d10.
2d10s.
2d10.
Please, God. Ooh,
So,
is that a 87?
That's an 87.
that is indeed an 87. So,
Nice.
what you, as you all are walking towards the stables that Lorenzo is leading you to, you see in the hallway a sort of human, very, very late teens, early adults, like hitting the cusp of 17, run past you all and stop and turn to look at Isaiah before going, "Oh, you did follow my advice."
Oh,
You
Hey,
recognize
Orlando.
this to be Orlando Royden.
well, they used to, sir. I didn't really have much of an option, but
Well, I'm glad that you took up on my advice anyway. The capital is a great place to make a living.
I've yet to see that, but I will see what happens.
Where are you all heading now?
I'm heading with. I point back to the others and say we're about to head out on a mission that will if we are successful, it will knight us.
Oh, you're already doing a mission. Wow. Normally, the process has a lot more steps involved.
I'm
Times
sure
must
that
be
they're
rough.
fast-tracking everything for us.
Perhaps we're just extraordinary.
How many
I
other
mean,
applicants were there?
Adding our deaths.
I have a pessimistic view on all of you.
How many other applicants were there with you?
Oh, I wouldn't say like hundreds.
uncertain.
Roll deception. Hundreds.
-1. He was not paying attention.
You didn't roll yet.
He's
No, I'm saying he wasn't paying attention.
Okay, so that is a lot. He goes. After a second, he does seem shocked before Lorenzo says, "Don't listen to him, boy. It was just these three. Times are just that rough." And with that, Orlando goes, "Oh, well. While it may not be as impressive as I thought, at least you're still going to be getting paid well."
Can't argue against that.
Well, I'm off to go get a letter that has to go right down to the capital of Belden. Northern Belden.
Well, stay safe and have safe travels.
Pack a coat.
Yes, I certainly need to. And Isaiah, thank you for teaching me how to survive in the wilds out there. I would have been a goner if you hadn't intervened last time.
Well, it's only necessary.
And with that, he darts down the hall.
What's the date today, David?
Today's date in universe is the 1st of Hammer. It is literally the first day of 1501.
Okay.
So, you all are led by Lorenzo to the stables, where you see that there are roughly 20 horses and about 15 other empty stalls where horses could easily be. Each of them has a small silver plaque that has a person's name on it. And as Lorenzo walks past, you see as he pulls three of these placards off of the stalls. And he says, "As soon as we get done with this simple job, those will be made for you. But in the meantime, these horses are yours, gentlemen."
Ah,
Excellent.
I've never owned an animal before.
Yes,
What
well,
do they cost?
They're a lot of work.
normally they would be.
Do we need to feed them?
Yes.
As
Of course,
a
fucking creatures. Of course we need to feed them.
Well, they do need to eat, but as a knight, this stuff is typically taken care of. And if the situation wasn't as troubling as it is, then you would actually end up being the ones to feed them for these first couple of weeks. But time is kind of the essence. After the knighthood has been spread a little too thin, we kind of need new blood. So expediting the process of knighting you all is of the essence at the moment.
Well, I hope we can prove ourselves useful, despite the circumstances.
I certainly hope so as well. He climbs up onto his designated horse. Each of you end up... Well, let's see what you all decide to choose. There's one that's just straight black. There's one that's white with brown splotches.
I'll take the pony.
And there... Yes, there's a mastiff in the back. No. And lastly, there's one that has sort of like this... how do I describe it? Calico sort of texture to its fur. Varying colors of white, orange, black, and brown.
I'll take the calico.
I want the black one.
I suppose that leaves me with the other one.
Yep, white with brown splotches.
Do they have names?
I don't know if those three name theirs. I named mine Butterscotch on account of the color, and you see that it's like a caramel-colored horse.
Looks more like caramel than butterscotch to me.
Everyone's a critic.
I dubbed the to be named at a later date.
I suppose it's only...
Quite mildly. Yes. Also,
No, talking about the name. I assume talking about the name.
No, I was
Everyone's a
talking
critic.
about him.
Shall name my horse once I understand his nature.
So,
Once I learn this Christmas round.
with
I
the
pat my horse and named him Flodge.
Flodge?
Yeah.
I like that.
FLAJ.
No, FLAGE.
Ah, of course. Silly me.
Like camouflage.
Oh, okay, that makes more sense.
Well, now I have to rename the cast of the state of Kentucky.
Is my horse a mare or a stallion?
Roll nature.
Does he have a penis, David?
Roll nature.
God damn it.
Get up under there and find it.
Let's see what you have. 18, even.
It's a stallion. Don't know why you wanted that information, but
Blackfire.
oh, okay.
Rather edgy, don't you think?
I don't know what you mean.
So, like with
Blade.
a cart or any other means of transportation, that basically doubles your move speed across the map. So instead of moving 1 square, you will move 2.
Excellent. Fire spelled with a Y, by the way. Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, it's pretty something. Anyways,
Pretty epic.
why are you
Let's
like
get
this?
this well on the show. I mean, fuck.
Yeah.
That wasn't even intentional, was it?
I
Christ.
don't understand. your
Let's
lingo.
get this show on the road. Excuse me. I studied with a sword, not words.
Makes a lot more sense. Wonder,
You from the wilds. I mean, you look the part, but
And you are very observant.
I try. Thank you for noticing. And you from some sort of university, I assume.
Yes, sir.
How long you been teaching, old man?
Oh, no. Oh, heavens, no. I have not been teaching. I've
You?
recently acquired my doctorate.
Oh, a doctor.
Nice.
So we should call you Dr. Caston?
Dr. Caston? At your service.
I think I'll stick with Caston for now.
Can't
What's the
can't wait
You have-
for
nickname where people just call you Valcom? Like
Val?
Val or Jim?
Typically, it's been Valgan, but
People typically call me annoying and hot-headed. But
You
my name
seem-
is Aethys.
you've seen the part.
Oh, that was rude. I was trying to make light of our situation. Okay, let's
You
leave.
didn't say that was
I am
bad.
thoroughly embarrassed.
I've got a perfect
That's a
nickname
bad-
for you, sir. And just look at Aethys and say, yeah, more like Mr. Literal.
Mr. Lick.
so.
All right, Valley, come on.
Valley.
That's Dr. Valley to you.
It's gonna be even better
Yeah,
when
Dr.
you guys
Valley.
complete this first mission. It's gonna be Sir Dr. Valley.
Sir Dr.
Sir.
Sir Dr. Valley of Davii.
So,
No, Dr.
That's
Sir.
Mr. Dr. Professor to you.
Dr. Sir.
Dr. Sir.
so I will allow you guys to move yourselves forward. You ride through the first day into the wilds of Lustror.
We're headed to Cloudsign, right?
Yes, which is on horseback like 2 days away.
Ta-da. Here we
So,
are.
I will need a luck roll.
What's the name of this court?
Davi's Reach is a city. We're just 42.
42. That is not enough to get away from an event. So, let's go ahead and pull up the Wheel of Consequences.
I'll see him.
One more time for us, David.
Let's go ahead and spin the Wheel of Consequences.
Oh, boy.
The Wheel of Wild Magic!
Okay, give me 2 seconds. So, you all begin to pass through a forest, heavily wooded area, rather. And it doesn't strike you as odd or anything. You know, you've all seen trees before, hopefully. And,
Please.
but as you ride, and you see that daylight begins to creep out of sight, feels like this forest is very big. And Lorenzo pipes up and says, I wasn't even aware that there was a forest in this area.
Oh, there is. We're looking at it.
Apparently so. And,
Dude. How fast do trees grow?
Normally not fast. It take hundreds of years.
I've
depending
made
on-
the trip to Cloudsign quite a few times, and I don't recall passing through here.
Can I roll Arcana?
Ah, we're lost
You
then.
can.
Then I shall.
If I can, then I shall. You have the nature, right?
No, I have survival. And I'd like to roll survival.
None of us have nature.
I literally have a -1 in nature.
I've got a plus
So.
3.
That's ironic given your backstory.
For real.
All right.
But I would like to make a survival check to find tracks that could
Plus
lead back to the
5.
path.
16 plus 5, 21 for Arcana.
Matt, you can also make your roll.
3. Nothing.
Aethys just struggles to stay on his horse.
That is an 18.
So, the 18 in survival makes you realize that you have gone the complete wrong way.
Oh,
You would, just
Oh,
estimating,
God.
looking at the map, just estimating, you feel like you actually end up over here instead of over here. However, Valgum, when you try to sense for any magic around you, you feel yourself completely surrounded by illusionary magic.
This isn't right.
What do you mean?
These are illusions.
I kick a tree.
Mind.
You get off your horse and try to kick one of the trees, and it just, poof, the tree vanishes.
Oh no. Should we?
Get ready for a fight.
This is what I would not call this natural.
I knew that there was something off.
I pull out my long sword. Can I scan the trees for any sign of movement?
Go ahead and roll perception. In the meantime, you pulling this blade off your back makes Lorenzo turn to look at you and goes, "That's a very nice blade. Where did you get it?"
My mother. Ooh, bouncing dick.
That's a nat 1.
Yes, sir.
Aethys, as you look around, not really paying attention to the conversation you're having with Lorenzo, you look to the tree line and you start to see dots, red dots, in multitudes. Sets of 2 red dots peeking at you from every single gap in a branch.
I think we are surrounded.
By magic or creatures?
I cannot tell. I just see pinpricks of light.
I would assume both.
Magical creatures, perhaps.
Lorenzo is going to get off his horse, ready his own blade. He is also going to roll a perception check.
And I will join him in said perception check.
I hope you do better than he did, because that's a 2.
I hope so too.
We're gonna be so. Please roll higher.
So
Alright, that's 15.
That's better.
You see no eyes coming from the woods at all.
Aethys, what do you speak of?
There's dots, eyes, everywhere.
In fact, as you get off your horse to try to investigate further, you see that one of the tracks that you identified earlier vanishes just like the illusionary tree.
Alright, what the fuck is going on?
This is set up.
keep your wits about you.
Perhaps we should keep moving.
Perhaps.
That might be the best idea.
I'm gonna walk back to Flage and fucking.
And I will mount Blackfire.
I'm gonna lead Flage.
The Lorenzo gets back on Butterscotch. Valgum, I assume you never got off your horse, so.
No, that's a lot of work. I
really
am very
is.
Gotta
short.
get a step stool and everything.
No, it's already busy.
I'm gonna feed you.
maybe the King of Davii's Reach will invest in a Mastiff for you.
Or a pony.
Or a pony. In
Or
any
a
case.
horse dwarfism.
Case, you all end up continuing to travel through the night.
Mm-hmm.
Or through the day, rather. And you're still not out of the trees by nightfall.
Oh. That's no good.
It's at this point that Lorenzo slows Butterscotch and says, "We need to give the horses a rest at some point. I don't think that we can ride through this."
You're right. But how do you suggest we defend ourselves against an ambush?
Have someone keep watch.
True. If that's the case, then I'll keep first watch.
I'll take second.
All right.
Dr.
So-
Valley, I believe that leaves you with third.
There's no third watch.
No?
Well, it doesn't necessarily need to be.
Yeah.
So,
Cool.
as you guys are setting up camp, it's quite obvious that the woods around you won't provide firewood, so Lorenzo manages to pull out a small pack of kindling that he keeps on himself for emergencies.
Uh-huh.
So, after constructing a small campfire and eating your rations for the day, you end up getting ready to rest. The horses already sort of getting their rest in. So, Isaiah, you said you
Yeah.
had first watch?
Yeah.
So, go ahead. Roll perception.
Nice. 18.
Double nice. So, in the middle of the night, as you are keeping a very watchful eye on the tree line, you hear the distinct sound of a wooden door slamming shut. A little bit south of your current position.
I'm gonna get up and investigate.
Okay, so through the illusionary trees you sort of wander through. Your respect for nature makes you have the instinct to walk around them, but knowing they're illusions, you just sort of pass through.
Yeah.
And eventually you see a light in the distance. And getting even closer reveals that it's a window in a tavern. The tavern itself has a small wooden sign on it.
What does it say?
The sign reads, "The Traveling Star Tavern."
I'm gonna look inside the window.
You look inside and you see a couple of half-elves in there, a few full-blooded elves. You also see something that's very small whizzing around quickly in the background. There does appear to be an elven tavern owner that's currently wiping down a glass, as tavern owners do when they're not serving drinks.
I'm gonna I'm gonna sit at the bar and ask if there's and try to get the barkeep's attention.
You walk in and immediately all eyes are on you.
Oh God.
You sit down at this tavern, and very quickly the small, stout elven tavern owner walks over and says, "Welcome to the Traveling Star, stranger. What can I do for you?"
I was wondering if you had any beds available.
No, this is just a tavern, not an inn, son.
All right, that's fine. Where are we exactly?
Well, I just told you. You're in the Traveling Star.
Well, I know that, but I went through an illusionary forest to get here. Why is that?
You must have hit a patch of wild magic.
I look at him and say, "And does that happen often?"
Well, it's how people that aren't of our realm tend to find us.
Huh.
It's why we even call ourselves a traveling star. Speaking of which, where exactly was this patch of wild magic in your world?
Nearby the what's that? Nearby clouds or whatever it's called.
Outside?
Cloudsign.
No, buddy, no. I'm not talking about cities. I'm talking about countries.
Oh, Lustro.
Around the center of Lustro, you said?
Yeah.
He then turns and looks at a barmaid who is an elvish woman, who immediately climbs up to the top of the booze shelf, where you see that there is a full map of the Realm of Dawn, and you see as she puts a push pin into the center of Lustror. You see that these push pins are dotted around the map, typically in patches between cities. One of them's in the ocean, which is kind of weird, but you don't question it.
None of that makes sense to me, so I'm just gonna kind of look at the map for a moment and then say, all right, this is strange enough. Do you have any alcohol?
Oh, we've got the finest.
You drink and let us sleep out there unprotected? What the fuck? Wake us up!
All right. Perhaps
Worst watch ever!
my friend Dr. Valley might not be an alcoholic. I'll have to go back and check.
Oh, well,
Is there a way that I can get back here, or is this just a happenstance that occurs?
if I'm honest with you, stranger, I have no clue. Some people come back, some people I never see again.
Well, hopefully I'll come back. Thank you for your hospitality. And I get up and head out
Nods.
and head back to the camp.
So, before you leave, as you're walking towards the door, you look out the window, and you don't see the forest. In fact, you don't see much of anything. Every now and then you see as a small white dot in the distance zooms by. It appears as though the traveling star is true to its name.
Oh.
You have yet another character lost somewhere in space.
What do you mean another? Hang on.
Havoc,
Bolt.
Oh, right.
Bolt 2.
Bolt literally got just yoinked into the recesses of space.
Bro, what the? I'm gonna look out and just be like, strange time of night. And leave.
All right. You open the door.
Wait till we
And-
find it, halfway across the world.
For real.
You open the door. You step your foot, and you're back in the forest.
Ah, so there's a portal or something.
There's the tavern behind you.
I when I turn around and see if the tavern's still behind me.
Tavern's there. You hear the clinking of glasses and merriment behind you.
Huh, okay. Don't think there's any way I can really make a trail to come back.
Just punch through the trees on the way back.
Well, you've sort of already inadvertently made a trail for yourself, because if you recall my description, every time that you walk through a tree or try to attack a tree, it just vanishes.
Oh, easy peasy then.
Yeah, so you go ahead and walk back to camp. Luckily, since you've been gone, there haven't been any wild animals or anything to cause your trouble or cause your party grief.
Thank Christ. It's like I was never gone. And nobody will ever know.
Oh, okay. So you're not gonna wake him up or anything. Gotcha.
No, I am gonna wake him up.
David,
All right.
quick side note.
Okay.
What's the god of magic or goddess of magic in your world?
Well,
Assuming you use the name.
there isn't necessarily a specific god of magic. There's a force of magic because, I have like the sub-pantheon force of nature thing.
Gotcha. So, saying something like by the weave will work fine, yeah?
Something like that.
Okay.
So, I'll send you guys a Google Doc after the stream. I've pretty much completely redone the Pantheon for the Realm of Dawn, by the way.
Nice.
Rip Grayness.
No, he's still there.
Our Lord and Savior Grain.
It's more an expansion than it is a complete rework. It's just 5 extra gods and then all of the fundamental forces.
Fair
Is
enough.
Davii still the king of the gods?
You damn sure he is. Anyways. So, who do you wake up, or do you just choose to wake up everyone?
No, I'll wake up Dr. Valley.
All right, you wake up Valgum. Valgum, you feel yourself stir from slumber and see Isaiah. Not necessarily worried or like in the midst of battle or anything, just Isaiah.
Boy, why are you waking me up at such a late hour?
Because, Dr. Valley, you interested in getting the pint?
How do you
At
mean?
2 a.m. in the morning?
How do you mean?
That reminds me. Mood lighting.
Well, I stumbled across a bit of tavern while traversing the forest, and
Dude, they can't see shit on stream. You're gonna have to keep it light.
Damn. Mood lighting's fun, though.
Right.
but it seems to be heavily magical, and you seem well versed in magic, so I figured I'd let you investigate, and mayhaps we can catch a drink or two.
Well, if we're gonna be leaving the camp, we might as well bring
Aethys? I agree.
our compatriot here.
I go over to
Yeah, fuck
Aethys.
Lorenzo.
I go over to Aethys' tent, and I, with a little less politeness, I kind of go over to the tent and figure out where his feet is, and then kick his feet and say, "Come on, we're getting drinks."
All of a sudden, Aethys, you're woken up by your entire body being displaced by a giant furry boot.
What? The,
Come on, I found the magical tavern in the forest. Let's go.
I'm sorry, what?
I found the
You
magical.
found a magical tavern in the forest.
Yeah, the traveling store.
Okay.
I'll show you.
All right then.
I'm gonna lead them
What
back.
time is
It's pretty late. I mean, hey, after this you can start your shift. So.
I pick up like a rock and throw it at Lorenzo.
It hits him like in the chest, but he's. It hits him in the chest, but I'm assuming non-lethal, so I'm not going to bother making.
I'm not like trying to kill him with a rock.
You're just like tossing a
Though
pebble.
I could.
You're not trying to kill him with heart palpitations.
No. Lorenzo.
What are we being attacked?
No.
Some
Isaiah found a magical tavern in the forest, and we're going to go see it.
extraordinary claims, assuming they're true.
Can't wait till we follow your tracks and it's not.
Very-
I think you're crazy for the rest of the campaign.
He sighs before saying, "All right,
Get
fine."
That'll lead on, Isaiah.
Can do. So, as I lead them, I kind of bring up how the trees are kind of disappearing as I go through them.
Well, they
As
are
people go.
illusions after all, and I'm going to cast minor illusion to make some leaves float around.
Yeah,
Like-
your magic works in tandem with the trees around you, and leaves begin to fall.
You must be a power source.
Nice magic trick.
Wizard, there's a difference.
Is there a difference?
There is.
What is the difference?
One, wizardry has to be earned. Sorcerers are the lucky bastards who are born with it.
What about people who make deals for magic?
Those are warlocks. They make patrons.
Those sound the most intelligent to me. Why do all the work when you could just get the magic for free? Well, I guess it's not free. Anywho,
They're
So-
mini kits.
After, to those of you who were just asleep, after what feels like ages, you finally get to the spot where you were told this tavern is, and you see a clearing.
oh wow, this tavern is lovely.
Fuck.
Lorenzo just rubs an eye and goes,
Take a step forward into the clearing.
you take a step forward into the clearing. Are you going to narrate every other footstep you do this campaign, or?
No, I just wanted to see.
I take a step forward into the clearing.
I sigh.
I breathe in and then out.
So
My
yeah,
heartbeat.
you guys don't feel anything special about this clearing. It is a little unusual that a forest that has since now been appeared to be jam-packed, aside from the path you've been following, has a clearing now, but that's the only oddity that you see here.
Does not seem to be a tavern here.
Well, there was, but now I just look like a fucking idiot.
Magic works
Does
in
alcohol
mysterious
actually
ways.
exist?
I'm sure it does.
Sorry, what?
I've heard so many stories about it, but I've never had it.
You've never had alcohol?
Never seen it anywhere. No, I was raised in a monastery.
Oh.
That's
Man, do
why
I feel sorry for you.
My family owns a vineyard.
Oh,
You got the bottle on the inside. Well, sorry for wasting y'all's time.
I suppose it's my time to watch anyway.
That's what I was going to suggest. So, on the upside,
At least it wasn't eventful for you.
Tell me.
way to have an
Reese,
optimistic attitude. Now I'm going to go back to the camp and I'm going to get in my cot and sleep.
Come on.
So, could I go ahead and get the second perception roll for the?
Yes, persuade the knight to not attack me. Please be kind, Father Knight. That is 7.
That's high enough.
8.
That's high enough. So, you all are sleeping soundly. Aethys, you are, going through, just out of boredom and trying to keep yourself awake, are going through the motions that you were trained with in your monastery.
Yeah.
Position 1, lunge, position 2, etc., etc.
Yeah.
And as you are getting ready to start that cycle over again, you hear a sound behind you that sounds like crunching leaves.
I whip around and pull my longsword out to my, like a ready stance.
You see in the distance the illusions around you begin to crumble. And sure enough, in the span of 5 minutes, the sound gets louder and louder. Not loud enough to wake your compatriots, but just loud enough to, be nearby. And you see as, with this crunching sound, the trees and illusions just vanish, and you're in the middle of plain.
Perhaps there was a tavern here. That was odd. No one is going to believe me. Well, when they wake up and see no trees tonight. I'm going to make some tea for everybody when they wake up.
Excellent
Yeah.
idea. You take some of the tea leaves that you've kept with you and some of the other equipment that you have. And at around 6 in the morning on the 3rd of Hammer, you all are woken up to a nice fruity herbal smell. And as each of you opens your eyes and scans the horizon, you now notice a distinct lack of trees.
Yeah, so in the night, all the trees disappeared. They didn't leave behind any trace.
First the tavern, now the trees? Huh.
Well,
Very elaborate illusion indeed. What kind of tea is that?
Ah, it's ginseng mint.
Really?
I'm gonna.
I pull out a flask And I open it up and take the tea from Aethys and just kind of let the liquid that's inside, it looks more syrupy, into the cup.
Oh, you spike your cup?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then close the flask, put it back in my on my sack, and then
There were most
enjoy
definitely
the
trees here last night.
The illusionary stone.
Lorenzo just sort of like wipes his eyes of the sleep that was in them and says, very, very peculiar.
The weave works in mysterious ways.
I won't
You know
pretend to understand it.
If it was real or not. It's very real, I can say.
Well, more real than you can believe.
I won't pretend to understand how magic works. My lineage is very martial in nature.
I've studied it for many a years, and I can tell you, I still understand very little compared to many.
So,
As everyone finishes with their cups of tea, I just sort of like telekinetically pull them back to my hand and put them in my bag.
Thank you for the tea, Aethys.
Absolutely.
yes, it was very, very nice to have.
You're telling me what you just did there isn't magic.
Is that magic? I like float a rock.
Could be construed as such.
Doesn't feel like magic. It's just something I've been able to do since I was very small.
just wait till you see me in combat.
Oh, something crazy happened.
Hey, you could say that. There was a reason why I was my Druid clan's bodyguard.
Oh, that explains. Wait,
You're
Lorenzo says. You're the
Explain.
survivor?
Oh, yes.
Oh, I have a lot more respect for you now.
Oh, I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, it fucking sucks.
Perhaps we can talk more of all of our stories on the path ahead.
True.
It's an excellent idea, Lorenzo says before
Are those
waking the horses.
Illusionary dragons. I don't see why they
Well,
wouldn't be. Dragons themselves, very real.
They're
Fact,
real, but they're not exactly around these parts.
no.
Never seen
More
one with
around.
my own eyes.
Okay.
More around the land of Akron.
I hear they're like giant horses with rocks for skin. Giant leathery wings.
I can't tell you I've seen one, but I have seen something rather peculiar recently.
So, as you guys have this conversation, you are going to be riding, so.
Totally, out of character. Totally saw the golden coral in my,
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Nice.
Valgum, of course, wouldn't know it was the golden coral. He just saw a gleaming ship float above him while he was in Akron.
Oh, nice.
That's so cool.
So,
Alright.
could I go ahead and get a luck roll for the day?
Someone else. I do.
Sure.
My turn. We all know how well this is gonna go.
Alright.
Here we go, guys. That's a 35.
One away.
Yeah, from a 36.
Yeah. So,
So the what happens?
Hey, be nice, Dump.
So, you guys can go ahead and move yourselves to Cloudsign, by the way. This happens on the way, but it doesn't inhibit you. As you guys are getting around the sort of craggy cliff faces that are around this area of Lustror, you see that about roughly 70 feet up in the air, or rather, you hear from 70 feet above you, a childlike scream.
Right. Everyone else heard that, yes?
Lorenzo nods before quickly looking up.
What do we see? Dungeon.
Simply put, you see a small child hanging on by 2 arms to the side of a cliff.
My word.
Right.
Does not look good.
Let go, child. I will not let you die.
Lorenzo just sort of looks at you confused.
No, don't worry. I've got this.
Can I roll? Hold on.
I
gotta
have
check my
nothing that
page.
would help in this situation.
Persuade. Oh no, I cannot roll persuasion. Can I roll an athletics to help her up onto the cliff?
To help who?
You have to climb the cliff first.
Yeah, that's true.
That is an athletics check, though.
True. All right.
Look, I promise. I can save her. She just needs to let go.
I mean, I trust you,
persuade?
but I'd rather just go ahead and get it done now.
I can get it done quicker.
I know you. I know you can, but
Aethys, go ahead and roll a persuasion check, because this kid does not want to let go.
I could put the kid to sleep.
that's a 14.
Remember, you have to go up a cliff.
Yeah. No.
Oh, that was for the athletics.
Yeah.
Okay, you'll make it up there slowly but surely, but again, slowly.
Persuasion is a +4. That's an 11.
So the kid doesn't exactly want to move, but all of a sudden, some of the rocks towards the top slide, and she ends up losing one hand's grip.
I run to about where directly beneath her would be. I hold both my hands up, like, trust me, just fall. I will not let you hit the ground. Hard.
Oh, that's a failed strength check. She lets go.
Perfect. As she's about 10 feet above me, I'm going to push on her with my telekinetic ability, pushing her back 5 feet up in the air and slowing her momentum. And then I'll catch her.
So, Isaiah, as you're climbing, using your war pick as, a way of getting handholds ahead of you.
I'm gonna cast the cantrip Mold Earth to give you a little more flat surface.
Better footing.
Yeah,
some
some handhold and the like. So while you two are tag teaming, trying to actually get to the top of the cliff, the rocks at the top give way, and she ends up falling.
Well, no, I was doing it so Aethys could have better footing.
Oh, okay.
To catch
So,
better his stance.
in any case, the child screeches as she falls from the 70-foot height. Isaiah, you just see as she just like a rock just falls straight past you before you could even react.
Fuck.
Aethys, you ready yourself, and you push upward. Right as she gets about to the distance where it would affect her, and like she's bouncing on a trampoline, all of her momentum stops for a second and then shoots her back up slightly with less energy. And with this, you are able to try to catch her.
She's bungee jumping.
Nice.
Ow! Motherfucker.
So, Aethys, I'm going to need an athletics check to not hit the floor the second this kid lands on you.
Okay. 13. Straight roll.
That's not necessarily enough, but you won't get hurt. So,
Will she get hurt?
she bounces up in the air slightly, her momentum dying down, and she ends up falling on top of you. You extend your arms to try to catch her, but it's more like she makes your body hit the floor. She sort of lands on top of you rather than you catching her. And after a moment, she slowly gets to her feet and says, Oh, thank you.
Of course. Can you get off me?
I said that she had already stood up.
Oh, okay. I also stand up. Dust myself off.
I come back down. Good job, Aethys.
Thank you.
So you make your way down, and the child tells you that She was just investigating the cliffs outside of Cloudsign. And that ended up happening.
Well, in the future, perhaps try to be more careful.
You're right. Thank you. I'm gonna head home now.
Okie doke.
She, quickly follows the path that you all were about to take, and, Lorenzo, looks at you all and goes, very fast thinking.
Oh, what? Who? Us? Yes?
Yes, you.
Oh, well, thanks.
You have a little time to think. Just
Yeah.
react.
See a child die.
Well, I don't think anyone here wants to see that.
No, I don't think anyone would.
Ooh, the PTSD Valgrim just got.
So, after you do the, after you deal with that situation, you do arrive in Cloudsign, which is a place that has a lot of sort of high cliffs that separate each district. And you can tell that its name is its namesake for the fact that one of these cliffs is so high that it actually touches the sky.
Oh,
Or rather, scrapes the sky.
wow.
Skyscraper, if you would.
Aethys, you know that to be the area where the government does its role. The mayor's house and the mayor's office is up there. The lower the cliff face that the district is on, the sort of
Lower the.
not necessarily lower the income, but like the more accessible it is to everyone. The very bottom are the seedy taverns and everything.
Where was the tournament fought?
The tournament was fought at the very ground floor, like almost outside of town, just so that they would have level surface for everyone.
Gotcha. Well, I've been here before, but not up there.
Yeah.
I only stayed for a night.
Longer than I stay here.
So, Lorenzo,
Yes, Aethys?
do we have any leads besides that the blacksmith has been stolen from full time?
According to what the king told me, there isn't much to go on. It's a humanoid in appearance, so we know that it can't be any creatures creeping in at night. No rust monsters or the like.
What's a rust monster?
These very big insects that eat metal.
Horrible creatures. Horrible
Eat
creatures.
metal?
Yeah.
Devour
They
metal.
eat metal and it's gross.
That doesn't sound very nutritious.
For them, it is.
It's a healthy
For us.
source of iron.
So our only lead right now is the blacksmith, yes?
Seems that way.
Perhaps we should go pay him a visit.
Indeed. So, you walk into the, or rather, you sort of scale the cliffs. There are bridges connecting them, so if need be, you can get from the higher cliffs to the lower ones. It's just kind of a trek. But you do get to the blacksmith fairly easily. The local Red Dragon Forge, as it is. And it's on one of the lower cliffs. But you walk in there, and inside is a human man who is currently working on a piece of chainmail.
It's a human man?
It is.
Okay. I like look at everybody like. Right. Sir, excuse me, Mr. Blacksmith.
Oh, customers. Hello.
Not quite. My name is Aethys.
I am Lorenzo.
But you're also Lorenzo.
That's me changing voices, dickhead.
Oh.
Dr. Watson.
Isaiah.
The blacksmith then looks over and says, I'm Samuel Gideon.
Samuel Gideon.
Mr.
A
Gideon.
fine name, that.
Strong. We understand you have been suffering some robberies recently.
Oh, are you the ones that the capital finally sent to do something about it?
Yes.
Yes, we are the new guys, as you would put it.
Yes, well, this has been happening for a couple of months now.
Ah.
It's never been terrible, the amount that I've lost, but it's still profit that I'm losing.
It's a nuisance.
It is.
Yeah, no problem. We can do that. We'll fix your problem.
For the last couple of months, I've been losing supplies just almost at random. Every couple of weeks, some items would be stolen. One of my blacksmithing hammers once. They never go for the safe in the back. They don't seem to care about money. They just steal things like chain.
Ah.
A dagger this week. Last week it was about 10 feet in chain. That's the thing that they seem to steal the most.
Have you considered storing them in a container?
I've tried to make this place more secure. It just doesn't seem to work.
Right. Are there points of entry which have been destroyed? Perhaps broken windows they're getting in? How are they getting in?
That I'm not sure. Windows don't end up broken. The door stays locked every night. No evidence of picking.
Dr. Castens, is something
Local
you
guard of Cloudsign can't make heads or tails of it. That's why they called for capital help.
Could you break into somewhere with magic? As if, like, moving from one place to another instantaneously.
Unfortunately, that is beyond my abilities.
But it is possible.
It is indeed possible.
Do you mind if we have a look around your place?
Well, if I'm sure that you're from the capital, I don't see why not. And with that, Lorenzo does sort of pull out from his pocket a small emblem that those of you who have been in Lustra before identify as the King's Sigil. And the man behind the counter goes, "Ah, yes, of course. Come right in."
Thank you. No sign entry.
I follow.
Yeah, I follow closely behind.
I shall be there as well.
All right, so if I could just get a general investigation check from you guys.
That is, I don't think I have a bonus to investigate.
I do.
No, that's a straight 18 for me.
Let me take a roll to get a +5 to mine. Hey!
That's a nat 20.
Nice.
So,
Sounds like I don't need to roll. What was it? Investigation?
Yeah,
I just have a +1.
+5.
You're
so-
proficient in investigation.
Apparently so.
So, you all get to the back where the forge actually is. Holy shit, 2 natural 20s for fucking investigation. That's amazing. So,
Yes.
you all are brought to the back where the forge actually does a lot of their work. There are a couple of other humans that are working in the background. Mr. Gideon tells them not to worry, that you guys are here to try to deal with the robberies.
Indeed.
So, They give you a full list of the items that were taken while you all were, or over the last 2 months when this all started.
Okay.
You are told that one standard hammer was taken, a hunting trap, a lantern with no candle, basically, a couple of sets of manacles, and about 100 feet of chain.
And a dagger?
And the dagger that I've talked about before. All just seemingly innocuous things taken bit by bit.
A hammer, a hunting trap, an empty lantern, 2 sets of manacles, a dagger, 100 feet of chain. It's almost like they're trying to... Well, I'd say keep something in place. Chain, a trap. What is the empty lantern? Perhaps this means nothing and they're just stealing things out of spite. Does this blacksmith have any enemies?
Gideon says, well, not that I can think of. This place is a franchise of a more successful place, so if they were to try to rob the founder of the blacksmith, they would have had their sights set on Akron, not Lustror.
Right. Okay. Do you know of anyone else who's been stolen from?
Gideon shakes his head and says, no, just us. And to those of you who have gotten nat 20s, he leads all 4 of you to the back where a lot of the materials are kept under lock and key in these metal boxes. And to those of you who got those nat 20s, you also realize that it's right above, or not necessarily above, but it's within 5 feet of one of the fireplaces that they keep for the forge.
Hey, what's going on?
You guys just noticed that the place that all these materials are kept is about 5 feet away from a fireplace.
So they're...
I didn't notice this.
I'm going to walk over to the fireplace.
Okay.
Is it currently being used, or is it...
At the moment it is, yes. This is one of the several fireplaces that they keep lit around here so that they can be constantly keeping metal hot.
Ah, okay. So they must be resistant to fire.
What do you mean?
They're coming in.
They're coming in through the fireplace.
Oh,
It's
that
all
makes sense.
kept by the fireplace. That's the likely assumption.
Are these fires ever put out?
Well, we don't keep them running while we're not here, but we also tend to...
Makes sense.
But those stovepipes aren't nearly wide enough for a person to fit through.
No.
Perhaps
Not
not a
typically.
normal-sized person.
Are you implying this is the work of gnomes, goblins?
The short people.
Well, I've heard tales of people who can turn into small creatures.
That's as preposterous as seeing something that's very small turn big. But
Things like that can happen.
Well, if you'd allow us, perhaps one... First of all, how often do these robberies happen?
they've gotten a lot more frequent in the last month. At the very beginning, it was a 10-foot length of chain here, a hammer here, about once every 2 weeks or so. But we were actually robbed just 2 days ago.
And are you expecting another robbery soon?
I have no idea. They don't tend to sign the guest book.
Fair
I
enough.
suppose not.
I was,
You have a guest book.
I was thinking perhaps we could take this place out at night.
Be
Sit in this
Negative
room.
wisdom, ladies and gentlemen. No, wait, you don't have negative wisdom.
Negative intelligence.
You have negative intelligence. Why do you not understand sarcasm?
Maybe it is sarcasm.
It was! Alright. Made me lose my mind here. So.
He found the
Right,
rest.
well, if this is all the clues we have to go off of, the only thing we could do is stake this room out when the Folgers are not going and perhaps see if something wriggles its skinny ass down those pipes.
I'm cool with that. I can wait. See, best thing that we're good at, fucking waiting.
So.
I hate that description of my abilities, but it seems prudent.
Well, as a hunter, you have to wait out your prey.
So.
Oh.
That night, it gets to be around sunset when the forge finally stops operation. And after another hour, Gideon ends up tired and tells you that he's closing up shop.
Can we spend the day sleeping so we can stay up through the night?
I don't see why not.
Is that okay with everybody?
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Okay, perfect.
Do you all intend on like getting a room at a tavern or something, or are you just gonna go to sleep to the dulcet sounds of clink,
Yeah,
clink,
saying,
clink?
tang!
I think I mean,
Perhaps we should find a friendly establishment
Yeah.
in which to rest our heads.
perhaps.
Simple enough.
Blacksmith, do you know of accommodations? We aren't lacking in the gold department.
Clearly not.
Gideon informs you that the closest tavern, there are some nicer ones higher up the cliffs, but the closest one that's on this cliff is a decent place called the Trixie Pixie.
Trixie Pixie.
What is a pixie?
A rather small fae. One prone to shenanigans.
I love the idea that Aethys is headstrong and thinks that he's the greatest at everything, but also doesn't know what half the world is.
Well, yeah. He
love
knows two things really well: sword and monk.
Fae are ace discussion for another time. I feel like a professor all of
Well,
a sudden.
perhaps we should go to this Trixie Pixie.
I don't mind doing that.
Yes, you'll need a bed all to yourself. They're quite massive.
I don't mind drinking.
Drinking, yes, I would like to try this out. Sounds amazing.
So, simple enough, you guys managed to walk a couple roads down and find said Trixie Pixie. The sign appears to always be flickering with glitter.
I believe their sign is broken. It's flickering.
Probably meant to do that.
Another magic trick. Let's go.
You all
So we entered the Trixie Pixie.
enter the Trixie Pixie, and at the bar, the place is fairly desolate at the time of day that you're all coming to this place. It's roughly like 2 PM when you guys are done investigating and the like. So when you get here, the place isn't exactly like crazy packed, but there are a couple of people at the tables. At the bar, though, is a purple tiefling woman.
Ah, is that a pixie? No, that's a tiefling.
As you walk in, she says, "You flatter me. Welcome to the Trixie Pixie, strangers. What can I get you?"
An alcohol!
What would be good for his first? He is not so knowledgeable of the outside world.
Is he old enough to drink?
How
Are you
old
old
must
enough?
you be to drink?
I'm sure he's fine.
Well, around these parts, it's 18.
18, I believe I have turned 19 years of age.
He's counting on his fingers. After a moment, she looks over at
Give this man an ale.
She looks at you, Valgum, just to confirm that you're not bringing someone underage into her bar.
Have ye of little faith?
How about I do us all a favor and order the strongest you got?
How about not?
3.
I would prefer to keep my wits about me.
Oh, that's how I keep my wits about me.
I can handle anything. Give me what he's having.
Oh, God.
Okay.
I'll take an old-fashioned.
Two pixie breaths and one old fashioned coming right up. Those will be as you guys are ordering. Lorenzo pops in and says, "I'll have an old fashioned as well."
And grab a glass of water for our younger.
How old are you?
I'm 22.
Oh, okay. I am youngest. Damn.
Rest.
For my
Life
young,
mirrors fantasy.
for my younger compatriot, along with his drink, grab him a glass of water. He's gonna need it.
All right, that will put you all at
So I can make tea.
a tab of 8 silver.
Oh, yes. And I drop 8 gold on the counter.
Gold.
Oh,
You know she said silver, right?
I don't have any silver.
I'll put down the 8 silver. And
She just takes one of the gold pieces and says, "I can do change, honey."
that works too. Meanwhile, as well,
Sorry, this is all very new to me. I've never had money before.
Well, technically not there.
And now I have one. I pull out the huge sack of money I got from the
put that away, son.
You still have roughly 175 because you paid for a carriage, a very wealthy carriage to
Oh yeah, I
take
treated
you
myself.
to Davii's reach. So after a couple of moments, she walks back, puts 2 very large mugs in front of Isaiah and Aethys, and 2 highball glasses with cloudy liquid with some brown and green at the bottom to Valgum and Lorenzo.
I immediately just start drinking it.
Isaiah, Aethys, I'm gonna need con saves from both of you.
I'm gonna sip smoothly on mine while
I got a 1.
That is a nat 1 for Aethys' first time drinking, getting the strongest drink.
Oh my God! Before I start drinking, I pull out the same flask from earlier and start putting it inside the drink. And then
Okay.
once I got a little bit in there, let's make that con save.
Yo, this is fucking dead.
That is a 18.
That is a fail.
Really?
Holy shit, this is strong shit.
It
Nice.
would have been a success had you not spiked it additionally.
Did you realize what's in the flask is honey, right?
Oh!
You fucking.
Oh, okay, never mind. That's a success for you.
Okay, thank you. Sorry if I didn't mention
thought-
that
You
prior.
just said
He said
amber.
it's
You just said
syrupy
amber liquid. I just
liquid
assumed that you had a
alcohol,
whiskey
Davii.
flask.
Moonshine?
Thick, syrupy alcohol? Ugh.
sounds awful.
I mean, you just described Jaeger.
It's not thick. It's still like the consistency of like, I don't know.
Maple
whiskey.
syrup.
no, it is like it's thicker than other
Thicker than
alcohols, but it's
water.
not.
Yo,
It's
Isaiah would put some Angelina with some Jaeger.
I'm just saying. Yeah. I'm calling Jaeger syrup just because I don't think that it should take 15 seconds to pour a shot. Anyways. So
It is viscous. I'll give it that, but it's.
Oh no! You want to know what else gets viscous? The fucking Kraken, that black coffee.
Oh,
or
God.
red stag if you leave it out of the freezer.
Yeah, I know.
I'll be right back.
So
It gets real gummy.
Isaiah, this drink tingles on your tongue as you drink it. It leaves a very interesting sensation in your mouth. And the sweetness pairs well with it. Aethys,
Always works with everything.
you feel the same tingling, except as you drink more and more, the feeling sort of travels down your tongue, to your throat, to your entire body, including your head.
Uh-oh.
Things begin to look like they're underwater. Like almost as though there's like a ripple effect over your eyes.
Have
And-
you poisoned me?
And,
I feel as if I was swimming, but I'm heavy.
your
I'm
body
gonna-
does feel incredibly heavy. It also feels very hot.
Why is it so hot in here?
It's called being drunk.
I don't like it. It's
They-
very...
The sections under your clothing are very, very hot. Almost unbearably so.
I can't keep my eyes still.
Maybe we should order you some food. It'll
Yeah,
help
yeah.
settle.
I haven't eaten in like 18 hours.
Oh,
You
That-
should have led with that, son.
I don't eat a lot.
You're in for a rough night.
Isaiah just kind of.
I would like
lowers
to
his head
remind
and
you
takes
guys,
another
it's like
drink.
8 in the morning.
No, it's 2 in the afternoon.
I thought it was like in the morning.
No, in the morning was when the whole thing with the little child happened.
Okay.
Yeah, he mentioned when we went into the tavern, it was about
So I'm
2
just
p.m.
wasted at 2 p.m. That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's respectable.
That's slightly more respectable. That's still Matt levels of drinking, but
I like how he thinks you're the heavy drinker.
I didn't say he was the heavy drinker. I said he was the one who typically drinks at like noon and then regrets it.
No, that's me as fuck. I don't regret it though.
Speaking of regretting it, Aethys, could I have a second Constitution save?
Oh,
about to yarts.
Let's order the party some food, some good stuff.
Ooh.
That's a 17.
You do not feel the compulsive need to vomit.
No, okay. I think I'm going to sleep here, and I curl up under the table.
I think.
I mean, no,
I think-
I'm saying with that successful save, you're just like loopy drunk. You're not sick drunk.
No, I know. Aethys doesn't like being loopy drunk.
Oh,
I think next.
It dulls his perception.
I think next time we get you something less strong.
Yeah,
I didn't-
know it would be like this.
so
Don't follow what I drink, please.
Do you not feel this?
You have to build a tolerance.
Isaiah's just kind of got a buzz going on. Malcolm and Lorenzo aren't heavy drinkers and have just been kind of sipping on their drinks, so they're just kind of feeling warm.
It's that nice like light buzz that
I do like an old fashioned. That's a good drink.
It is. So,
Make one. When we had some orange and cherry.
Uh, some food for each of you is going to be 12 silver, so I'll deduct that. And you guys get just the small plate of it's around lunchtime, so it's just like a meager sandwich with some meat that looks like it was fresh yesterday. Some cheese on top that doesn't look moldy, so it should be fine.
Yeah.
Bread's
I
tasteless.
take a bite and then immediately spit it out.
No, I don't
If
eat
you're gonna
meat.
waste your food, then
I
give
don't
it
eat
to me.
meat.
I
You-
snatched the sandwich out of Aethys' hand and ate it.
we'll get this.
You say that, and the tiefling woman behind the counter says, "Oh, sorry, honey, you didn't tell me that. I'll go ahead and get you one of our vegetarian options, okay?"
Much appreciated.
And after a moment, she comes back with a salad that doesn't look great. It's like 80% iceberg lettuce and like 20% tomatoes.
I'm
Awesome.
drunk, right?
Yeah.
I devour it. Is there any dressing on it?
Not really.
No, like Aethys starts eating it and looks very pleased with it.
Just dry iceberg apparently is like his favorite food.
No, he's just that drunk.
So yeah, after each of you gets
me on
food
the-
in your stomachs,
my life.
Yeah, he's definitely drunk.
Aethys begins to feel like he's in the dozy, sort of dreary state.
I would like to order one room for myself and one room for my compatriots.
Individual, please.
Well, we've only got three.
I don't mind bunking either.
We've got 3 rooms available. They're going to be 5 silver a day, though.
5 silver. What does that say?
That'd be 15 silver a piece for all 3. I suggest we bunk up.
4. We do have.
There's only 3 rooms.
Oh yeah, I'll have to bunk with. I'll bunk with what's his face?
If we take 2
Lorenzo.
rooms, it's only 10 silver
One
a
more
day.
time?
Lorenzo?
Yeah, Lorenzo. I apologize for not getting his name.
Right. Okay.
So you're getting all 3?
15 gold.
Silver.
Silver. Carry the
2 gold should be enough.
Okay.
She gives 5 silver in return. And she just sort of chuckles at Aethys's constant attempts of giving her more money than he's supposed to. And she says, "Honey, just be glad that you came to this tavern and not one that was going to gladly screw you over for
I
that money."
feel like I'm going to die.
Well, buddy, we're all gonna die
That is so sad.
eventually.
That's not true. The people in my order, they reach such great ages that they can never wither away.
Are they elves?
Some of them are tieflings.
Most of them are
At a
tieflings.
certain point, they just reach such enlightenment that age no longer affects them.
Well, unfortunately, age wears down humans.
There
So
are plenty of ways to circumvent age. Be it monastic orders.
I'm going to sleep now.
right.
So she hands off 3 keys. Aethys grabs one.
Fumbles with the lock for like a solid 2 minutes.
There are about 40 new scrape marks on that fucking lock than there were before.
Hey. No.
No. I love the drive-by snaps.
Yeah.
Oh no.
So,
I'm just gonna sleep this drunk off. I'm gonna wake up. Hopefully the forge is closed.
yeah. So, who's bunking with Lorenzo, by the way?
Me.
And I.
So,
This is a very good sleeping companion because he's very quiet.
Yeah, I'm going to bunk with Aethys.
so you're not getting all 3 rooms.
Just 2 rooms.
No, just 2.
Oh, okay. Then, in that case, you guys are 1 gold richer than I thought. So, you bunk together, and after sleeping through the daytime, it gets to be at around 8 or 8:30 when you wake up. Lorenzo waking up the person he's bunking with. And then the 2 of you going over to get the others.
Ow, my head.
That's a hangover. You'll deal with it.
After we
Drink
after
some
we
water.
get there,
I need some tea. And I start making tea in my room.
Where'd you get fire in there?
Not me. I don't have prestidigitation.
No, I'm just soaking tea bags in like lukewarm water.
Oh no.
Oh, that's
So-
sad.
I chose the other one.
So,
Illusions.
I go back to the bar.
so after all of you guys
You
begin
sure
to
that's
stir
wise?
and you all meet downstairs, the barmaid, who is just about to clock out of her shift, says, "Hope you all enjoyed your stay at the Trixie Pixie."
Since we bought our rooms for the night, do they technically still mean we could come back later tonight and sleep in them?
Of course, we won't ask for your keys until about 11 o'clock tomorrow.
Perfect. 2 sleeps, price of
Understandable.
So, you guys are going to go ahead and head back to the Red Dragon Forge?
Yeah.
Yup.
You guys
Yep.
walk back to the Red Dragon Forge, and you see that the forge is just now closing down. Gideon was just about to lock the door when you guys showed up. He says, "Oh, you guys are back. Gonna be staking the night here, yeah?"
Yes,
That's the plan.
Mr. Gideon.
Well,
Yes.
My word, bless you.
if it was anyone else, I wouldn't be so eager to do this, but... And he sort of flips the key in his hand and hands it to you guys.
Ooh.
That's quite an amount of trust. Thank you. Gideon.
Yes, well, as long as the thievery stops at my store... This
I can't
is...
promise we'll catch your thief tonight, but if he shows up, he will be apprehended.
Well, thank you.
I'll just have this one hold him down.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
And it is at this point that you guys get inside, and you guys gonna try to be stealthy about this?
I want to at least have one person in the room that, like, everything's getting stolen from.
Well, yeah,
Someone
but
should-
I was asking where
Just
specifically.
watch the
I'll watch the
fireplace.
stuff.
You want to just watch the fireplace?
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
You're tiny,
Yeah.
and you also have magic.
Yup.
So yeah,
Do you
you
have
can
dark
like
vision?
squirrel. You can squirrel
No,
away
I
in
think
like
so.
the corner. and
I
protect
don't
yourself.
have dark vision. You're a human, so you don't have dark vision either.
I believe.
So we need light.
Well,
Let me check to see if. No,
I
it's not
do have
vision.
dark vision of 60 feet.
Okay.
Ah, okay.
So I mean, technically, you'd be the good for watch.
I am a rock gnome. I could use like tinker to make like a tiny clockwork light.
Shit, that works.
Good.
Or we could just light a torch.
We could
Yeah.
just do that.
True.
You do indeed have torches, so.
All right, let's light one up, babe.
I'll just light like a torch that's like enough for me and Isaiah to see in the dim light. I don't want to like spook the thief.
Yeah.
Okay. So the light is dim to you all. And during this night, I need everyone to give me perception rolls, Lorenzo included. So I will roll that.
Okie doke. Wow. Good job, Lorenzo.
Lorenzo gets a nat 20.
Yeah, I got a 16.
It's
Okay.
perception.
Yeah.
It's perception, yep.
18 for me.
18. And Isaiah?
Perception +3. Mouse be there. As a 5. Yeah.
Isaiah is busy counting all the silver that y'all spent today on his fingers.
Yeah.
So, it gets to be around 10 o'clock at night when you guys begin to see from the flue of the chimney a small blue light.
Small blue lights.
I ready my longsword.
Alright, so after a moment, you see a very odd figure appear. From the chimney, you see a spectral blue hand that seems to be carrying a pouch. And with it, a small, like gumball-sized eye. And it is going to roll a perception. If y'all are trying to hide, this is where you would rolled stealth.
Oh.
Yeah, I'll roll stealth.
Yeah, I'll give it a shot. Not that I'm particularly stealthy.
I am damn stealthy.
I will roll for Lorenzo, who is at disadvantage.
Oh. That's a 7.
Hey, don't worry, because
Lorenzo got a 10.
Wow.
Solid.
Okay, I'll take that 21.
The gnome hidden in the dark.
I'm like,
Please, God.
not even hiding very well. I'm just very small.
Okay, 13.
Okay, so everyone but Valgum fails.
Oh, excellent.
So the
Can you grab things that are made of ghost?
can you grab things made of ghost?
Probably not.
So
Alright.
you see as the spectral eye sees all of you, and the hand quickly drops the bag that it was holding and shoots back up the chimney.
But before it can, I was gonna say I'm ready in action to pull it towards me with my force powers.
Okay.
The eye specifically, the thing it's holding.
What's the ability for that? Like what?
It's a strength check against my DC.
I don't know. Okay, well, this can't make saves, so easily enough you just pull it towards you. And as soon as it gets close enough for you to swing at, it just vanishes into smoke.
Ooh.
What the fuck? Does anyone know what that was?
I have no idea. How'd you manage to pull it towards you so quick?
I'm gonna cast Find Familiar
Okay.
and summon an owl.
All right. So
I want to send it up the chimney that the eye and hand came down, and I want to peer through its eyes to see if I can find whatever might have sent the hand and eye in.
So you hold your arm forward for everyone to see, and after doing a somatic sort of hand gesture, a purple plume of smoke emanates from your arm, and now sitting on your arm is an owl. You close your eyes, and its eyes illuminate as it takes flight up the chimney. And you see as a humanoid figure is just now hopping off of the roof and heading towards the wilds to the south.
Someone run to the south.
The wilds.
We
Follow it
better
as
get
long
going.
as you can. We need to see where it goes.
I mean, I'm already doing that, but I don't think I can hear you.
Yeah, no, he can just say this out loud, but he can't hear you.
Okay, so I don't know that. I'm just talking to someone who can't hear me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be sending this here owl out to follow this humanoid. I didn't get a very good look at it. I
Still,
will send
I
it
guess-
out. I will send him out as far as I can.
Yeah.
Lorenzo picks up the small bag that the hand was holding. He says, "Well, this is mighty heavy." You hear the jingling of coin inside of it.
Mm.
Well, what's in it?
He opens it, and you guys see roughly 120 gold. Give or
Holy
take
shit.
the value of the items that were stolen.
Oh. Could
Perhaps
be a reimbursement for the
perhaps this thief has some honor.
blacksmith. Who knows? We should probably report this back to the blacksmith.
Of course, we should leave this gold for him as well. It is rightfully his.
We should probably try to find this man, though.
I agree 100%. Valgum, have you found anything yet?
Go ahead and roll a perception for him, Valgum.
I mean, I'm in a trance, so I can't hear him. But yes, I'll roll that perception.
Yeah.
Take flaws, and we could try and go out and search after him.
This is +1.
Yeah.
That's a 3.
Oof.
You're starting to lose him as he gets towards like this wooded area.
Losing him in the woods.
Well, we have a basic idea of where to look. It's better than nothing.
I'm gonna call the owl back to me and return to my own senses.
You return to your senses as it's coming back to you, and
And then we could go there and find him super easily.
Sorry, what have you been saying?
What's the last thing you heard?
Oh, I can't hear anything while I'm peering through the eyes of my familiar.
Oh, so you missed all of that.
Unfortunately, yes, but I saw he went to the wooded area, but
Right.
that's where I
Well,
lost him.
we could ride there tonight, of course. Yes. Also, we could wait until morning when we can see and do it.
Sure.
I don't mind either way. We have torches.
I mean, we'll lose
Torch is
time
sort
on
of-
him if we wait till morning.
You're right, but I think we lose the element of surprise if we carry a torch into the woods.
I didn't get any good looks, so I don't know.
Well, he looked like a ghost.
To you, possibly the hand and the eye, but it was a humanoid figure.
it was very much not a ghost that you saw, Valgum. You know that
Like,
much.
did I see a race at all?
Yeah, you saw a human of
He looked-
relatively short stature and kind of chubby.
Well, look at
Short
this.
and chubby human.
And I dropped the gold. He left enough to reimburse for everything that was stolen.
Interesting.
This is either not our thief, or it is our thief, and he grew a conscience.
Be safe, Nick.
Who?
Who is
I have no idea.
who in the nine
Strange
hells is Saint Nick?
In any case, he took before purchasing. That's still enough for us to have to go after him.
Yeah, so you have to honor your debts when you immediately or come up with a plan.
Right. Well, is it past midnight?
It is not. It's just now hitting about 10:30.
Okay.
Stop it.
So, what's the plan? Do we wait, or do we follow him now? I don't care either way.
Well, I don't think either of you can see in this darkness very
No,
well.
I cannot. It's plagued me my whole life, because apparently elves can see in the dark. And so can half-elves, just not me. I don't understand that.
Why not?
It's because I customized my origin and I picked a feat instead of dark vision.
Yeet! Well,
But hey, no other half-elves can do this. And I lift the gold up.
Not many, no.
Yeah, those are nice for a parlor trick.
I caught a child with it. It's not a trick. It's a power.
Sure.
I cannot determine if it's magic psionics.
Does he feel magic when, I do that?
He does not. So, you guys are deciding to chase him in the morning, right?
Me neither. Doesn't
feel
feel
like
like
Yeah, we're gonna have to wait.
I suppose so, since
All right.
nobody else but me can see in the dark.
Can Lorenzo see it?
He can, yes. He is a half elf that is not customized.
No, okay. He could scout the area.
Whatever. I don't fucking need to see in the dark. Dark sucks anyway.
Yeah, I like the sunlight.
Yeah, sun's cool. Sun team.
The yellow ones.
yellow is the sun.
So, you guys said that you want Lorenzo to go scout ahead, right?
You're good at tracking, yes?
Well, Lorenzo can see in the dark. You can see in the dark. Perhaps you should lead.
Perhaps if you want to do this tonight, otherwise we can track him in the morning. If Isaiah's eyes are as good as he says they are.
I've got a knife for survival.
I have an idea. This thief, whatever he is building something. All these materials are building materials.
Clearly.
So he wouldn't just abandon it. He's probably got it somewhere down in the wilds. I don't see a reason he would run. When he has paid his dues, perhaps he's leaving. Well, look, if he doesn't come back, we've solved the problem. We just have a mystery on our hands. If he does come back,
We interrogate him.
what I'm saying is it's not imperative that we find him immediately. It's imperative that we know what he's doing eventually. So waiting might be the better option. He's not going anywhere, I don't think. Intuition leads me to say that.
100 feet of chain, a hammer, an unlit torch, a hunting trap. It's like he's keeping something still. Perhaps chaining a giant beast.
Mayhaps.
While you guys decide on what you're going to do, I'm going to say that this is when we're going to be taking our break. About 10, 15 minutes. I'll say 15.
Okay.
So, for those of you watching, stick around to see how they deal with this thief that's apparently paid his dues. So, you all have caught someone, at least, red-handed in trying to actually give the shop money instead of stealing.
Also, wasn't it blue?
It was a blue spectral eye and hand that was dropping off this bag of money.
Like the hand and eye of Vecna?
What?
Never mind.
Anyways. So.
We have made the decision to move on at night, yes? Or have we made the decision to not?
No, we're gonna wait till day.
Okay. Okay. We're gonna go get our money's worth at the tavern.
Yeah.
Alright then. So you lock up the shop, I assume?
Yes.
If none of you
I
make
leave
the...
the counter for him, though.
Okay. So you set the gold on the counter and go and sleep until the 4th of Hammer. Roughly 9 o'clock, you guys wake up. And you wake up. Specifically, who was it in Aethys' room with him? Balgam, was it you?
Yeah.
Yep.
Balgam and Aethys, you wake up to a very angry knock at your door.
Yes.
Enter.
You hear, "We need to talk now." This seems to, this is, the voice of, Gideon.
I open the door. Yes.
He says, "What's the big idea? I give you all the keys to stay the night at the forge, and not only do I find you at a tavern, but my damn forge has been robbed again."
What are you talking about? We were there all night.
That's why I found you here, I suppose.
No, someone came in and they dropped off 150 gold.
Well, that's not what I found when I came to unlock the shop today.
What did you find?
Follow me, and get your friends up, too.
I knock on their door as we walk by. Quickly.
Very quickly, Isaiah and Lorenzo get to their feet and get to the shop. This time,
What?
you see that the...
Apparently something has happened at the forge after we left.
Mayhaps we probably should have left the forge.
Well, we chased off the assailant.
Or so we thought.
Oh, no.
So we thought. Alright. Let's move on and see what has happened to this man's.
You proceed to the Red Dragon Forge, and this time, it's a very different sight than when you last saw it.
Oh god.
So, first and foremost, the door has been kicked in. Well, kicked in is actually... what's the opposite of an exaggeration? An underadjuration?
Understatement?
Understatement. It's kicked in half.
It's like annihilated.
It has been kicked in half.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Down, like, vertically. Like, the section with the hinges and the section that actually connected to the door frame are just in half, like it was 2 doors to begin with.
Oh my god.
This was not... What? What does the inside look like?
Inside appears to have been ransacked. However, could someone give me a perception roll real fast? I don't care who it is, just someone.
Ooh, I can't.
Whoever's got the highest perception.
I've got a +5.
Oh, you do that. +5.
That's a 19.
Although, upon looking around, nothing that you saw before has been taken. It's all just
What
been...
about the gold?
Sorry, what?
What about the gold?
No, the bag of gold's gone. But aside from that, the place looks trashed, but all of the items that were here before are still here. At least in the front room. You're not sure about the back yet.
I'll go check the back room.
You do so, and it's in a similar state of disarray where all of the items are just thrown across the floor willy-nilly. Realistically, it's minimal damage aside from the door. However, you do see that one of the metal boxes is flung open, and nothing is inside of it.
Well, whatever was inside that box was what they were after.
Yeah, they look to be searching for something. Gideon, this is not your thief. This is someone new.
Gideon walks in and says, "Oh no, if that's what he took, then that's definitely our thief. There are over 100 feet of chain in that box."
But this is unlike any robbery you've had before. Your door was kicked in, the place was tossed. This was done with an almost expert precision. This is a new person, or someone who has decided to change tactics very suddenly.
Well, whatever's happened, you all were supposed to ensure that this didn't happen tonight.
We were supposed to find your robber. We were not hired to protect your forge, if you want to get down to brass tacks. However, we will fix this, find who did it, and hopefully return your items to you.
We
Justice.
did see where the
We do have a lead.
perpetrator
Do you?
went.
We do. The southern wilds of the town. What did you say he looked like?
It's rather small, port human.
A small, round human.
Small, portly human.
They took more chain. Right, well, Gideon, I recommend you take inventory, see if they've taken anything besides this chain. We're going to go to these wilds and see if we can get to the bottom of what's happening here.
I will certainly try.
I would like to say, your door was kicked in. The town guard here seems to be quite shoddy if they didn't see that.
Yes, well, they've kind of stopped caring about the investigation in this area. They've claimed that there's nothing they can do to solve it.
Bunch of fucking quitters.
Absolutely useless, I know, but that's why they asked for you all to come.
Right. Well, Gideon, we will solve this, and we will be back when we have. Or if we have more questions.
He nods before pulling a small bit of parchment out of his pocket, pulling out a quill and beginning to pick up items, list it, and then put it back where it's supposed to be.
All right. Well, shall we, boys?
It's very different scene.
This is an odd change in tactics. Our thief seems to be an expert. This one is messy. Too many tracks left behind. Speaking of tracks, Isaiah, do you see any?
Can I make a perception check?
Only if you stop crinkling whatever the fuck that is into the microphone.
Thanks, I hate this.
Dickhead.
Snitch.
Okay. 14.
You do in fact see barefoot footprints of a humanoid.
How about that?
Where do they go?
Where do they go?
They seem to go up. Like up into the higher cliffs of the city.
Not to the southern wilds?
This could be our other guy.
This is not the same person we apprehended. This could be the thief. The other person could simply be a benefactor.
Yeah.
Well, this person's obviously more dangerous. We should follow these tracks, I believe.
Oh, I agree.
So you're following the footprints from the front of the house?
I want to wait.
Or
I want to
the
wait for Valk
shop?
to get back. He's letting the dog out.
Ah. Valg and that good old dog biz.
It's just familiar.
This
Nah, not right now.
right now it's an owl.
Isaiah found tracks leading back up into the higher parts of the city after this break-in, and we're thinking maybe this is the actual thief, and the guy we saw before was just some sort of benefactor.
Stop it.
I'll learn eventually. So, are you okay with that?
Sure.
I mean, we don't really have much else to work off of, so.
We can either go to the guy we were originally going to go to, or find out who this new violent person is.
Well, I mean, we do have tracks, so why not see where they lead? So that's why I'm all about it.
Well, I still think we should check out the previous guy too, though.
No, I mean, we're definitely going to do both. I'm just deciding which one to do first.
I mean, we could.
Lorenzo,
Yes?
do you mind going to the Southern Wilds and seeing what you can find?
I can certainly try. He
We'll investigate these tracks.
And then we can meet back at the.
Meet back here at the tavern.
Yes.
well, time may be of the essence. So why don't I go ahead and give you all another one of the great perks of being a knight. He then
That is.
He then goes into his bag and pulls out a small sphere about the size of like a very large marble.
Ooh, I love rocks.
Pitch black. And it's got like a matte finish to it. It's not like shiny. He hands it to you and says, if you manage to track down this person, break this.
And what exactly is this?
It is sort of a signal system. You break this, and it will send a plume of black smoke up into the sky. I will know that to be our signal that you have found our thief. I, on the other hand, will use this one, and he pulls out a small red ball.
Right, so red smoke for us to help you, black smoke for you to help us.
Indeed.
That makes sense.
All right.
Best of luck, boys.
You take care of
You
yourself.
as well. Yes. Please, Lorenzo, come back.
What, you think that I won't?
Well, I don't think that you won't,
I'd rather not risk it.
but I'd rather you not risk your life needlessly. So if something becomes too much of an issue, please, we would like to help.
This thief seems like he's a tough one to deal with alone. I won't go out of my way to fight him alone. If I find him, I will break the ball and you can assist me in catching him. I will keep my distance.
Perfect.
So, with that, you guys are going to go ahead and go into the upper echelons of the city?
That we would.
Okay. So, you climb from this you climb from this cliff face to one of the higher ones. This one's slightly nicer. It's more of a commerce district than just seedy taverns and that sort of thing. There's a very nice looking bank here. There are a couple of royal homes, or not royal, but noble homes here. And as you begin your investigation through here to follow these tracks, you are stopped by a man in half plate who says, are you the ones that they've sent to deal with the break-ins?
We are.
Ah, well, nice to see a face, I suppose. He takes off his helmet and extends a hand. Austin Redford.
Dr. Cast.
Oh, so yeah.
I am...
Aethys.
Nice to meet you all. I am the head of the town guard, at least in the mornings.
Well, gracious.
We have 3 watches here, morning, afternoon, and night, and it's typically my job to clean up the messes that the night watch gives.
Can we speak to the night watch, please?
Most of them are still likely asleep, but I'm sure that there are some in the barracks. Any sort
Wait,
of
the
points?
track led to the barracks?
No,
No.
we're asking about the night watch. I want to speak to them.
In any case,
Yeah, we just got stuck on the side of the road.
may I ask why you're all coming up here if the place that was broken into is down there?
We're following a lead.
Yeah, following a set of tracks.
Oh. And I'm guessing that this has been a different break-in than usual.
Well,
What makes you
sorts.
say that?
He moves to the side slightly, and you can see that a building across the street is swarming with guards, and you see that the door to said building has been broken in the exact same fashion.
I
Now that
see.
is interesting.
And
hey, do the tracks lead there?
they do.
Holy shit.
Well, that's
Well, let's go fucking find out what that is.
Have you apprehended the individual?
We have not, but this is a very unusual situation indeed.
How many places were affected?
This is about the 4th door that we found broken, but the interesting thing is we haven't investigated the lower cliffs yet, so we're not sure if there's anything down there, but
there's at least one down there.
so we have 5 doors. Was anything taken?
Yes.
100 feet of chain.
So that leaves the total destruction and theft to be 5 doors split in half and 100 feet of chain. No other place was burglarized.
This is very odd.
I do
This
not.
is supposed to be a distraction.
Has
it does
any
seem as if it is.
has anything like this happened before?
I wouldn't say so. The robberies, typically when a robber strikes, we either don't get a repeat from them or we end up catching them within the week. But
Interesting.
in the case
And you have
of
no leads on where this door-breaking individual has gone.
aside from these tracks that I assume you're following,
I'm going to continue following those, actually. I'd like to step away from the conversation and see where these tracks actually stop.
so as you guys are, I assume that the rest of you are going to follow because the Austin is more than happy to follow you all.
Yeah, just talking as we walk behind Isaiah.
Yeah.
As you all are walking through, you find that the steps go up another cliff. He says, 2 doors broken on this side. They were reported almost immediately. It seems that this person was a lot less subtle, or a lot louder.
Yes, it almost seems like a distraction.
That could be the possibility.
Something bigger is happening here.
We don't understand. We're missing pieces of the puzzle.
Several pieces.
Eventually, you get to the highest cliff where the mayor's office and other government homes are. And they walk right up to the mayor's house. The door is kicked in half, and the tracks go cold, as though the man had not moved again.
So we saw someone with a spectral hand and eye. Wants to stop someone from having spectral feet.
You
You
know,
saw
that
a
is
spectral
really
hand and eye?
Yes, someone came to the forge with a bag of gold, approximately the price of the items that were stolen.
Okay, so hold on. You mean to tell me the mayor's door got kicked in, and there are, like, this place isn't crawling with guards?
It is. Every
Oh,
door
it
that every door you've come across has had at least 4. In this case, it's closer to at least 20.
Ah,
Right, but shouldn't this door be guarded at all times? What did they see?
Most people report seeing a very tall man with,
This isn't our thief.
most reports say that there was a very tall man who was just running through. The only eyewitness account we saw was someone claiming on the second cliff that he was looking out his window as he was drinking some water or something, whatever. He said that he saw this man run by, stop long enough to kick the door in, and then just run off.
Any defining features?
Just saying that he was very, very tall and wide. Almost like your friend here, but the reports say a little taller, and he taps on Isaiah's shoulder.
Now, are we talking human tall, or are we talking like orc tall?
It's a very weird accent that you swap to, but he says human tall.
I see.
This person definitely didn't break 7.5 feet, if that. That's the most extreme that I've ever heard of.
That we're chasing a red herring.
And speaking of red, it is at this point that you all with... Hang on, what are your passive perceptions?
Mine's a 15.
Mine's a 13.
And Valgrim's
Mine's
is 11.
11.
So it's at this point, Aethys, that you see red smoke begin to fill the sky south of you.
Immediately, I just say, let's go, and I take off.
Oh, well.
I book it after him.
I'm gonna keep up as best I can.
Oh yeah, I can move. I can fucking schmoove. I'm gonna slow down and run at a pace they can follow.
I can move at 25 feet.
I'm
I
gonna,
can
call,
move at
I'm
40.
gonna call for a fucking flush.
Yeah, you all
They're
bolt.
Dude,
Yeah, they're in a
That's fine.
stable.
one of those war dog things that gnomes ride.
Yeah.
You all just hoof it, and you just hear behind you, Austin just goes, "All right, well, it was nice seeing you."
We'll be back!
What he said.
And you all head out of town, I presume.
Yeah.
What are the gods' priorities?
You follow this red smoke trail as far as you can, and then finally you see in the distance Lorenzo crouched under a bush, the smoke behind him, and as he sees you approach, he picks up the ball and closes it, and the smoke just stops. He then puts his finger to his pursed lips and just goes, "Shh,"
Absolutely.
and points over the bush.
Y'all run too fast. Far too fast for me.
I'll make a perception check.
Yeah, I'm just gonna look. Make that perception check.
Oh. Please God. Damn it.
That's cocked, isn't it?
That's a...
That's not cocked.
I think it is.
Just 2, yeah.
All right, sorry about that. So what were you rolling for?
Perception check.
Oh, well. You have a hard time seeing the leaves through the trees.
Yeah, it's a 5. It's like, Jesus fucking Christ, I can't see fucking leaves and shit.
The rest of you with your passive perceptions, because this isn't really something that's hiding, see that in the clearing, there is a very short, stubby male human who's gathering up these chains and is laying them out in a specific order. You see behind him a pile of way more chain.
When he turns his back to go to the pile to pick up more chain, I want to pull one of the chains with my power out of position, closer to us.
You pull it, and the noise makes him sort of turn and look at it. He is going to roll a quick perception check. That's not high enough for him to notice y'all, so... He just sort of looks around and shrugs before fixing it back into place, and...
As soon as he goes to grab it to fix it, I look at Isaiah. Get him. Grab him.
All right. I would like to rage.
You see as you say this, he nods, and you just see this sort of like face grow on his, or you see like the scowl crawl across Isaiah's face as he quickly leaps into action. What are you gonna do?
Grapple him.
Yeah, I'm
Doesn't
gonna.
your head
I'm
turn
gonna.
into a bear?
No. What
yet.
happens is, form of the beast. Each of my hands transform into bear claws.
So to be clear, you have the right to bear arms?
Yes, I do have the right to bear arms, and I'm gonna bear arms against this boy.
Okay, so this is a surprise, so you'll roll at advantage.
Oh, I roll advantage either way because I'm raging.
Well,
That's true. Check.
fair enough. Go ahead and roll.
No double advantage for you. That's not a thing.
Unless you're an elf.
Thank Christ. That is a. Is that a
Athletics.
6? That is a 10.
Okay, he got a nat 20. So
Fuck.
At least
What-
you didn't get a net one.
what happens is you jump out and reach with your bare arms, and all of a sudden you don't feel anything, because moments before he bent down to readjust one of the chains. And now he turns and sees you and goes, ah! Ah!
If he tries to run, I'm gonna force pull his legs.
You prepare to do that, but he doesn't move.
Okay. I'm just waiting.
He goes, who are you?
Holding this.
The only person he sees is Isaiah.
Right. That's why I'm staying quiet.
I'm the man hunting down the thief. What are you doing with these chains?
He looks down at the chains and says, I didn't steal these. I swear I paid for them.
Did you know?
I did.
What are you using for?
I need them for a druidic ritual.
What kind of druid uses metal?
What clan are you from?
He says, wait, are you a fellow druid?
It looks down at bare arms.
Looks down the barrels. Yeah. Well, was.
Oh, well, I'm not of a clan myself. I'm a traveling druid.
Again, what's with the chains? Why do you need them for this druidic ritual?
It's a ritual that a lot of dwarven druids end up doing around Belden. You see,
For what purpose?
this ritual enriches the ground again with metal so that they are able
Can
to
I roll insight?
form up
I don't
more.
believe him.
Roll insight.
I'm gonna roll history to see if I know of dwarves doing anything like this.
Okay.
17.
Okay, and Tristan?
Give me just a second. Okay. $22.
Okay. Valgum, you have never heard of a dwarf doing this, let alone druids. Aethys, you know he's full of shit.
Lies.
Can I sneak up behind him?
Roll stealth.
Okay.
Roll perception.
Lorenzo, cover the exits. I don't want him running.
Yes, sir.
That is a 11.
He is not able to see as you creep up. He says,
Cool. I'm just gonna press my longsword to his neck.
"Puh."
You're full of shit. What are you actually doing?
Okay, fine. Listen. I wasn't lying about paying for these first and foremost.
No, we saw you pay for them.
Yeah, you left 120 gold, right?
Yes, I did.
Okay. That part we can believe. Next, continue explaining yourself.
You all hear him say, look, this is for a ritual. It's just a bit of an unusual one.
So you're not doing the thing where you're explaining it.
You guys hear him panic and say, right, well, let me explain. I found a book about 3 months ago. That book told me that there was a being beyond my comprehension.
Okay.
And if I were to make contact with this being, he would give me anything I wished for. Anything.
And you believed this?
I had no reason not to, and I just lost my job. I'm penniless. It was my only option.
No. Your option could be to get a job.
Things aren't quite as simple for me as they may be for you, friend.
I'm
Listen,
not your friend.
Look, I'm just saying, there's no need to summon some sort of being you have no recollection of. Like, you don't even know what this thing is.
that doesn't stop people for the most part, traveler. There are countless warlocks out there who never knew about what they were going to come into contact with until they did it.
Oh, that just seems highly irresponsible. Just like this.
Listen, I paid for this stuff. Can I please just continue with what I'm doing?
I'm afraid not.
No. See, you pay for things when you take them. You don't pay for them after you've taken them.
Not unless you have a pre-established agreement.
So what we're going to do is take you to the town guard, and then they're going to decide whether or not your payment actually matters. Considering it was stolen as well.
You have no proof that that money was stolen.
We also have no proof you ever gave us that money.
I remember your faces.
Okay, your word against ours. Let's go.
It was my mage hand that you saw drop that money.
All right. I'm going to grab onto him. We're going to try and grapple him again.
Okay. Go ahead and roll.
+4, please, God.
You're also
15.
You
Raging,
also
so-
have advantage.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, get that nat 20.
Please, God.
That's better.
Okay, that's
That
19.
is enough. So you do restrain him with the bear hug this time. He shakes and
Nope.
just goes, "Let go!"
I'm gonna wrap him in some chain to keep him still.
He sees you do this and says, all right, fine. But how this is supposed to work is I do at least get to say something, don't I?
Of course.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully they'll put you through trial.
We have not bound your mouth.
Thank you. In that case, I have one thing to say.
I kind of narrow my
I
eyes.
hold my sword up.
All right.
He looks out and says, King of Obsidian, I call to thee!
Motherfucker!
Sleep spell!
And you all see as the chains that surround him now glow a mysterious black eldritch energy, as do the chains in this as do the chains on the floor, which you see are in loosely a 7-pointed star. And sorry, what?
I was gonna ask if I could punch him.
Oh, you can definitely punch him. Yeah, he's in your grasp, so you just after he says it, he's like, "Oh!"
That's my first attack.
Oh, you're
God.
actually trying to do damage with these. Okay.
Well, I mean, he just fucking finished whatever fucking ritual he was trying to do, so I'm gonna fucking beat the shit out of him. Alright, so it's a D6.
Are you going to try to kill or unconscious?
Unconscious.
Okay.
So it's a D6, and when I make an attack with my bear claws, I can make an additional claw attack that's part of the same action.
Ooh, nice.
Oh.
Okay, Jesus.
So that just... this will be for the first attack. To knock him out. 5 plus... no, it's just 5 slashing damage.
So yeah,
You don't have strength?
you just raise your hand and the claws come out and just you scratch him across the face. All of a sudden, the area in the center of the Star of Chains has not necessarily vanished from view, but all of a sudden you can't see the ground beneath the chain where they connect.
Oh god.
Yeah, you had your strength modifier.
In the center, you see a shape begin to form.
Whatever your strength modifier is.
So that'd be 8 damage?
Yeah, he does add. He forgot to add a strength modifier.
Okay, so how much is that total?
8.
Okay, 8. So yeah, you scratch
So
him.
the
He's like, "Ah!" He is bloodied for the moment.
Nice.
So, this figure in the center begins to grow in size, and it stops just shy of 9 feet.
Oh
It's
fuck!
very slender.
I suggest we get out of here.
I will not let this thing ravage the city.
It halts at about 9 feet.
I can back you up. Shit.
The
I level my longsword at it. What be your nature, demon?
Not actually.
it finally takes a humanoid shape, a very thin, slender humanoid shape. Once you call it out, or once you call out to it, and you see that now there is a blinding white light at the tip of each point in the star. And finally, this figure is no longer bathed in darkness. You see that, well, kind of. You see this... When I say olive skinned, you would typically think like flesh tone, but with olive. But no, it's literally like a sallow green skin.
Mm-hmm.
No hair whatsoever. And he has on these very fine clothes, but they shimmer with cracks of lava that that visually glow and move on his cloak unnaturally.
Ow.
And he says, "Oh, hello there.
Hello?
Who might you be?
Well, someone did call for the King of Obsidian, did they not?"
I point to the guy chained up on the ground.
Ah, yes, I figured it was the one covered in chain.
Can I roll history for that to know what he is?
Go ahead and roll history.
Okay. Where's the mouse?
Sorry.
Alright. Be a +5. Alright, that's gonna be an 18.
You have never heard of an Obsidian King.
Gotcha. Yeah, I didn't know if, like, history or arcana or anything like that.
No matter what you sort of think of, there doesn't seem to be anything that comes to mind regarding Obsidian and Kings.
Yeah.
He sort of steps forward and says, right, and the rest of you? Who are you then?
Names have power, friend. You'll not know ours.
Oh, I see. Well, that's a shame.
Why are you here?
Why, to fulfill the wish that this one gives, and points to the man covered in chain who's bleeding profusely.
Well, he's rather indisposed at the moment.
Nonsense. And you see
Yes,
as he...
fuck off.
What?
Kindly fuck off.
The Obsidian King says, nonsense. When I want summons with someone, I get it. He then raises an arm, clenches his fist, and pulls backwards towards himself. And Isaiah, you feel a force pull on this thing in your arms. I need a contested athletics check.
Can I also try to reach out with my power and pull back against him?
You may certainly try.
Excellent.
All right. Contested athletics. Oh, I roll with fucking advantage.
Yes, you do.
Barbarians.
Barbarian.
All right, so yeah, 16.
Okay. So, he got a 34, so this, the man in chain is wrenched from your hands and is brought forward, levitating towards the king.
Oh, okay.
And
Right,
he
you want.
says, now, let me go ahead and fulfill whatever wish that you have. But first, I do need someone by my side. And you see that he looks at one of the shining lights on the star, and he snaps. And you see a similarly tall 9-foot woman with the same sort of sallow green skin. But she has this dark orange hair that flows behind her almost unnaturally in a very circular motion. She says, "It's about time that you got me here. Now, what is our summoner's wish?" The king says, "That's a fantastic question," and turns to the man who's bleeding and goes, "What is it that you want?"
Oh, Christ.
The bleeding man says, "I want to be stronger and smarter than anyone else on this goddamn plane of existence."
Ooh.
Monkey's paw. He's fucked.
The queen says, "Strength and smarts.
Can only end poorly.
That's rather greedy, don't you believe?" The man says, I have no idea what you mean. I thought that it was anything." And she says, "Yes, any one thing. Choose." He says, "Okay, I guess I'd rather be strong than smart." She says,
Oh.
"Very
Terrible.
wise." Raises a finger and snaps.
Unwise.
You see as the man's head begins to inflate, the top, sort of like the cranial area, before he screams in pain and his cranium bursts.
Oh.
Any brain that was in there before is no longer. His body also cracks in half, his arms falling off and giving way to these huge, gigantic sort of anchor arm sort of things that are bigger than his body combined.
We found tiny head, big arms.
His eyes glaze over with almost nothing behind them now.
Oh, God.
The queen says, "Right, well, that's one section of the chain complete. You want to get the others here, hubby?" And the Obsidian King says, "Oh, of course," before pointing and snapping in each of the individual directions of the star.
I like where this is going.
Can I make an insight check to see if they seem good-natured or not after what I just saw?
Go ahead.
It seems we're going to be outnumbered here soon.
Nat 20.
These people are sketchy as shit.
I charge.
You charge towards who?
The king.
So you try to hit him?
Yeah, I'm gonna leap up and bring the longsword down over my head.
All right,
Be
go ahead and roll
gone,
to hit.
demon!
Go ahead and roll to hit.
Oh, Christ.
The queen at this point brings forth someone with green skin, and
That's a 7.
before you get to him, you see him raise a hand, and a giant chain link that is about as tall as you bursts out of the ground and hits your sword. Just sort of makes you bounce back. He says, "You should know better than to attack royalty."
You're not royalty.
"Oh, well, maybe not yet, but I can best the king here. Honey, which one is it this time?" And the queen says, "I believe that this universe has the Alabaster King." The Obsidian King snaps his fingers. You see a woman in very long cloaks, or a very long cloak with hair that is stark white and juts to each side of her head, about 3 feet out. She seems to be carrying 2 small universes in her hands.
Galaxy Yoda.
Next, you see a woman in a fairly similar garb, but she's got this, her skin doesn't look sallow. She looks like she puts a lot of work into her, beauty routine. She's got this nice little bob cut. Next, you see a man in full armor carrying a lance that seems to be burning at the end. A very large shield with the shape of a minotaur's head. Next, a man in full plate whose bald head is like just obviously out and has like these huge pauldrons to each side.
Oh my god, those are pauldrons! It's Vincent Scruffrecker!
Lastly,
Grabble, Gene. Grabble, Gene.
there are two snaps. One of them shows a very large orange sort of dog with these weird like fish scales and a mouth about as big as its body. No eyes, though.
Oh.
And the last snap, you don't see anyone appear in place. However, when you look to the skyline, you see to your west a giant eyeball stare back at you.
Well, this is how I die.
The king says, "Oh, the gang's all here now. So, let me go ahead and make our usual announcement." You see him close his eyes, and he says, "Attention denizens of the..." He then opens an eye and looks to you three and goes, "What is this realm called?"
The Realm of Dawn?
Realm of Dawn?
Oh, I was gonna
Fucking
give him a
stupid
fake name.
name. Whatever. Attention denizens of the Realm of Dawn. I am your new ruler. Either surrender or die. He then opens his eyes, turns to the woman who looks to have a very nice, the woman who has like a very nice bob cut going on, and says, "Now, can you tell me of the pantheon of this place?" After a couple of seconds, she goes, 15 gods, roughly 20 forces of nature. And he says, "Get them." The knight in full plate snaps,
them.
and you guys see as chains descend from the heavens, piercing the ground in various areas that you can see. She
Oh,
goes,
fuck.
"Right, they're all gone." And the king says, "Right, now that that's done, what to do with you four?"
That's how we got taken. Here's what you should do. You should go back to where you came from before you are slain where you stand.
Oh, very bold of you.
Some call me reckless.
Yes, that seems like a fine word for it.
This right now.
Well,
Any day's a good day to die, but especially this one.
if that's how you feel, and you see his, he raises a hand and it begins to glow this faint red-orange. And, before he can do...
Mage armor on myself.
Before he can do anything, Lorenzo gets in front of all of you and says, "Run, now!
Oh, what?
Now!
Lorenzo?
Go!"
I suggest we run.
Shit.
And I'm gonna grab Aethys by
Fine.
wherever I can and just start trying to tug on him to go.
Yeah.
With my 8 in strength.
I turn and run.
You all begin sprinting as this bolt of cosmic energy shoots out of his hand, hits Lorenzo, and shoots him about 300 feet back.
Jesus!
You all see him
So we're
shoot
running
like...
and we're just.
Yes.
Oh, come on!
He meets eyes with you all one last time before you see him pasted against the side of a rock.
Oh, God, Lorenzo.
Oh.
As you all sprint through,
I hope you're happy, you idiot! I yelled at the guy still, bulging with muscles.
the guy just goes... The Obsidian King says, you three don't get anywhere. Mandala, get them. And you see as the woman with the fairly long hair to each side of her head throws one of her galaxies at you.
Oh, Lord.
It widens, and the sun sort of vaporizes from the center, and you see it turn into a black hole.
Uh-oh.
It envelops all three of you, and you all fall unconscious.
Well, damn.
So,
No save, nothing. Damn.
well, I could have given you the save, but you guys can't be the third
I
right
don't
now.
think it's possible for us to
After
succeed.
the
No,
death
we
rate,
would need to
yeah.
be much higher level.
So, you all wake up not too long later. When you look around, things look normal. You see the rock that you see the rock that Lorenzo was painted onto, and he's not there. You don't see the chains in the center of the field. You don't see anything. Things just look normal.
What?
Arcana check.
Go ahead and roll Arcana.
Let me see the mouse.
Do I still have the black sphere?
What black sphere?
The
Oh,
one that
the
pours
smoke bomb.
smoke?
Yes.
I'm gonna crack it.
You crack it, and
So, nat 20 on that Arcana check, by the way.
this place does feel magical, but not like a specific school. There's just heightened magical energy around you in general. And
This is more of the weave than I'm used to feeling.
there, after the smoke bomb is ignited and the smoke rises into the air, you get no response after an hour or two.
Fuck. I think we should return to the king.
We need to.
Something has happened.
Yeah, I believe you would. I believe that'd be the wisest of decisions.
Well, if the king needed knights, he really needs them now. Poor Lorenzo.
So,
Which way is north? I look at Isaiah.
They're all
So-
survival.
I assume you guys are, well, you naturally just know which way is north. You've spent enough time in the wild. I assume you guys are going to Cloudsign to pick up your horses, though.
Yeah.
That
Well,
way.
you said we were in the southern wilds, so I was just like, which way is north? To get back to the city.
Yeah, so you all follow Isaiah's lead and get to where Cloudsign is, and you notice this place looks drastically different than it did before.
Oh, no.
What was originally a city of bridges and, fairly tall buildings towards the top, you now see a single iron fortress suspended from just various chains off of each cliff.
Oh God.
Oh, no. How much time has passed?
Let me be clear. You don't see any ruins or wreckage of the city. You just see this new structure.
City's just gone, and there's a new structure here.
It seems that way.
Everything seems wrong.
How long were we
Very,
out?
very wrong. Not certain we ever really were out.
Perhaps transported somehow? We need to get to the king. If indeed he still exists.
They did mention something about alternate universes. Didn't even think of the
So our horses are definitely not here.
Where there was once a stable, there is now nothing. There's a lot of lush wildlife around, though. Lots of neat little plants and whatnot.
Right. So, I don't know if you guys agree with me, but fuck that.
Yeah.
The iron fortress hanging by chains.
uh,
I'm starting to really hate chains.
Yeah. For some reason, it's
I get
apparently
I feel the
thematic.
same way. This is
What has happened? We should have fought.
I think we should return back to the king.
We should
Assuming
have-
that we can find him.
So you
well.
are all going to begin walking back to Davii's Reach, or are you going to be...
Yeah.
We're gonna have to go back and
I'm not trying to fuck with that hanging iron fortress.
Okay.
All right. So, not something I want to deal with right now.
What time is it?
It is 8.
It was 8:12.
Okay.
So, You guys can go ahead and move one. This is what you assume to be the 5th of hammer.
What we assume to be the 5th of
I mean, you're not sure how long you were out.
W.
It was daylight when you passed out, and it's daylight now, so.
Keep going.
You can use the middle mouse button to move around too.
Oh, can you? Oh, you're right.
Go ahead and roll luck when you can.
So cute.
What did I set?
73.
73. So there's no main event. However, as you all are laying down for camp that night, Aethys, while you are in trance, you see a figure begin to approach you. Sort of a spectral blue figure.
Okay, I remain calm.
You don't see the face, but you can tell by the iron greaves and the overall demeanor that this is someone you know. And he says, "How are you doing?"
Well, we're confused, that's for sure. Are you dead?
I am, and I'm very confused as to why I can communicate with you.
As am I.
There's a lot of magic in the air. Oh wait, I'm asleep.
Yeah, and also you can't even hear what's going on. Like if Aethys is talking out loud, then you don't know what he's talking to.
I kind of was like slightly not paying as much attention as I should because I'm writing in the book.
I get you.
What? Lorenzo,
Yes.
have you... I don't know how you're talking to me. Have you witnessed the world since you died?
I haven't. It's been nothing since
For how
what
long?
happened to me. I couldn't tell you. I could not keep track of time while I was just in the void. But for some reason, when you decided to lay down for the night, I can see again.
The world has changed. Whole cities are gone, replaced with fortresses of iron and chain.
That's... I suppose I could say that can't be, but I don't know if I can anymore.
We are seeking the aid of the king. I
Well.
pray he's still there.
This has been a rough year for the knighthood as it is. I'm not sure how much help he can muster at the moment.
I don't go to him for help. I go to help him.
That is fair. However, this looks different. Do you think that these things that we just encountered are powerful enough to change everything?
They're powerful enough to supposedly destroy all the gods, or at least bind them. If you have enough power to bind a god, I think you have enough power to erase a city.
Well, yes, cities maybe, but I've traveled this trail many times, he says, walking towards a bit of foliage and crouching. I've never once seen this kind of plant. And it's such a minute change, I don't understand why they would make it.
Then perhaps we are not in the world we thought we were in. Perhaps we are in an alternate world.
It's a possibility.
We don't know anything for sure yet. Right now, I think we're just trying to get a foothold. Something. Anything to make sense.
Well, I wish you the best of luck, Aethys.
Lorenzo, I am sorry.
I'm more than happy with the outcome of this. I've put my life down for the kingdom so many times I can barely count.
Well, hopefully there's a
that
kingdom for us to honor.
making sure that there were minimal casualties was the least that I could do.
It was pretty sick how you died, not going to lie.
Yes, well, make sure they put that on my tombstone, okay?
I will. plastered across a cliff face.
I meant tell them that the way I died was sick, but
Oh, yes, of
if
course.
you want to be literal, I can't exactly stop you.
I shall do that, Lorenzo.
And it's with this that he does fade.
Go towards the light.
The two of you that were keeping guard that night didn't see anything of note, so it is now what you assume to be the 6th of hammer.
Alright, fuck.
Forgot to subtract y'all's rations, so I did that now.
5th question mark hammer? Give me a sec to write.
Okay. While he's doing that, someone else can move for the day and roll luck.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw Rolex. Is it just one a day?
Yep, you don't have horses anymore, so.
Whee! And then roll. Please God. Ooh, 84.
84, not bad. So, on the 6th of hammer question mark, you guys don't see anything that would cause you any sort of confusion. It's just, typical standard day. You all stop at some point to eat some rations, and you end up stopping in the middle of a forest.
This was definitely an illusionary forest the last time we were here. I kick a tree.
You kick a tree and stub a toe.
Ow! Okay, not illusionary this time.
And this is truly odd. Keep slipping out of it. Into a British almost.
Earlier you were doing fucking Boston, and no one can believe me now.
Your credibility is gone.
So, okay. So, you guys laying down for the night?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I suppose we shall.
Who's first and second guard?
I'll take second.
I'll take first.
Okay. So go ahead and roll me a perception for the first night, or for the first one.
Okay.
Pick up the alarm spell.
It's a good one.
I mean, alarm. You could have
11.
just. Alarm. You could have just.
I don't have that spell. I said I'm gonna have to pick it up.
Oh yeah. Okay, 11. You said.
I got an 11. It's good.
So, an 11. You feel a light tap on your head, and now your head feels a little wet. When you look up, it is indeed raining. However, it's not raining conventionally. Normally, you would see water falling on you. Right now, you see oil, like lamp oil.
I look to our campfire, very worried.
For some reason, the campfire just fizzles out. As though it was water being poured on it.
I taste some of it.
It definitely tastes like lamp oil.
Cool. I'm gonna hold my flask out and collect as much of it as I can through the night. But I'm not gonna wake anybody up.
You now have a flask of lamp oil, and all of your material, or all your belongings, are soaked in oil.
Perfect. I need to not be around fire.
You really don't.
I don't think any of us do right now.
Yeah, all of you got drenched, to be clear.
Oh, I thought we had tents.
Oh, well, if you do have tents, they're soaked.
Yeah, the
Like
explorers
things inside
get
are dry.
I wasn't in the tent because I was keeping watch, so I'm definitely soaked in oil.
Okay, so
Do
the
not
other two have just oiled tents.
Good thing I don't have any fires.
Holy shit.
After roughly 4 hours, the oil rain stops.
That's about when I wake up Isaiah anyway.
Yeah, so Isaiah, you see an absolutely drenched and stinking Aethys wake you up.
Right, it just rained oil. I collected a flask of it. Yeah, I don't know. Apparently these plants grow off of oil or something. I'm not sure. I have far too many questions and no answers right now, and I'm trying not to freak out. So, good watch. And I walk into my tent.
All right.
It's like, okay.
Also, I need you to understand when I roll these things that it's just luck of the draw what you get, okay?
Yeah.
So,
Roll of perception.
yep.
Ooh, okay. That's a 15.
Okay. And again, I'd like to stress that anything that happens is not on purpose. It's completely random.
Okay. Oh, God. There's going to
So-
be a bunch of fucking fire.
Oh, God.
And our chance is
Oh,
going to
God,
down.
fire rain!
All of a sudden, Isaiah, you hear the closing of a door behind you.
And I just like,
Fucking tavern again!
wait a minute.
Maybe wake us
I
up.
turn around.
You see in the distance a nice, familiar, warm glow.
Everybody, wake up!
What?
What?
Is it still there?
It is.
What is wrong?
Follow me.
Oh, okay.
We're going drinking.
I don't want to.
Well, too bad.
No.
I'm not entirely sure. I believe.
Do we see the tavern?
I want to show you guys
this,
that the
this
tavern
time,
exists.
when he points it out, you do see a light in the distance.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
That's a thing.
yeah, the traveling star. Let's fucking go.
Okay.
Well, interesting.
Perhaps they have a change of clothes.
Perhaps. No promises. And then I lead them.
So, you all find this small tavern with a wooden sign that reads the Traveling Star.
No, the traveling star. Really does travel, huh?
Yes. I believe this might be magical.
This is most certainly magical.
That's why you're here, Dr. Valley.
Dr. Valley. In the valley. Alright, so, you all go in, I assume?
Yep.
Yes.
You walk inside, there's a warm fire in the fireplace that I assume Aethys stays away from.
I look at it. And just like, yeah, don't
I'm like
catch it.
eyeing it, very terrified.
There are several elves, half-elves here, the occasional bright pink pixie that flies overhead.
That is a pixie.
Oh, it's so small.
Told you they were small thing.
And the man that you saw before Isaiah looks up and says, oh, well, you are back, and you did bring friends. That was a...
That's that.
How long has it been since we've been here?
Since, well, the first time I got here was...
A few nights ago, I think.
No. In his approximation.
Time works differently here, stranger.
Fuck.
How long has it been in this tavern, then?
Since I last saw you,
Yes.
give or take 4 days.
Oh, that seems about right, actually.
That does seem about right.
Perhaps we all just did an alternate.
I feel like I have a strange feeling that your traveling star just doesn't really have any sort of direction. It just goes about where it pleases.
That's what those pins are up there for, and he points to the map that you've seen before.
Well, you're in the exact same place you were last time.
I want to take a look at this
Really?
map.
That doesn't
Yes.
happen very often.
Like, exactly. Within the square mile, actually.
Well, barmaid! And she climbs up there with a pin, and pins center left drawer. As I explained before to Isaiah, this map is all of the Realm of Dawn, and you see pins on every continent, and you see one or two out in the very, very southeastern sea. Like south of Veldin.
Oh, the parlay.
And there's including one just in the center of the ocean, directly between Lustre and Cyteria.
G-Land.
It's a very odd map that you see, and there are these push pins in every single area. And the barmaid presses one basically into the other. You see that there's no resistance between them.
Oh, wow.
Interesting.
So, if someone was to stay in this tavern for an extended period of time and they walked back outside, would they be somewhere else in the world?
I have no idea, stranger.
You've never left.
Why would I leave my own tavern?
How do you get your supplies?
I couldn't tell you for sure. I bought the place, and the original owners said that they would keep it stocked, and sure enough, every time that I go back into the kitchen, everything's topped off.
Where did you buy a traveling tavern?
How do you buy a traveling tavern? I'm very interested to know.
Well, they didn't exactly specify that it was traveling when I bought it.
I see.
You'd think that would jack the price up
Oh, absolutely.
considerably.
Yes, well, money is a very odd thing here in the Feywild.
I'm assuming.
Oh, we're in the Feywild.
Well, you might be. That's where I got this place originally.
What the fuck is going on?
Not entirely.
Do you have a change of clothes, perhaps?
So, are you telling me that this tavern does travel amongst different planes?
It does.
Not just Dawn?
We had a Genasi fella in here a couple days ago, lit the hearth for us. Real nice guy. From the plane of fire, he said.
So, I'm,
We don't have a map for that one, so we just keep the Realm of Dawn up there. It's where we end up most.
don't think you were in the Realm of Dawn, though. Not certain
We just take it on good faith. Surely you'd have no reason to lie about where you are.
The thing is, we're not certain either. The Realm of Dawn may be in peril, actually.
Where there were once cities, giant citadels of iron and chain stand.
Have you ever heard of anything like that?
A giant citadel of iron and chain?
He's just like, this is a lot of information. Whoa.
This would go down well with another ale. Pulls out the flask and puts more.
Yeah, he just puts a mug out there for Isaiah already. He had it poured already for you before you left, so.
Oh yeah.
It doesn't taste flat, though.
Yeah,
He says, he does say, though, a fortress of iron and chain?
Yes,
Chain.
Was it suspended from some cliff sides?
it indeed
Absolutely.
was.
He shouts up to the barmaid on the map. You may want to get rid of that pin. They ain't on the Realm of Dawn.
Where are we?
Where were we? Where are we?
You are in my home realm.
Which is
Feywild. I'm guessing that you saw good old the Fortress of Cloudsign.
So, the Feywild.
Do you know who the Lord of Obsidian, or what do they call himself? The King of Obsidian?
Lord of Obsidian, King of Obsidian.
When you say
son-
King of Obsidian, the entire bar goes silent.
Oh, shit. Well,
He says,
I guess I know who that is.
He says, King of Obsidian's on the Realm of Dawn?
He is.
He looks to the barmaid who was taking out the pin, and she just takes off the sign or the map of the Realm of Dawn.
Now, hold on. What's going on? What does that mean?
Well, let me go ahead and show you something. And he gets out from behind the bar and points to the window out front. And you guys see several stars as though this thing is inside of or is like out in space. See each of those little white lights out there?
Yes.
I
Yeah.
love night skies like these.
This isn't the night sky, boy. This
Oh.
is essentially the area between the multiverse.
I suddenly want to drink more.
Those white pinholes out there ain't stars. Those are all the
What?
holes in the multiverse that the King of Obsidian has left.
Right. So that means he's pretty much invincibly unkillable?
Well, I wouldn't know personally. He doesn't tend to deal with the Fey or Shadow forms of realms, just the standard ones, poor bastards. He doesn't exactly see what he's doing as conquest or murder. This isn't reality to him. It's a game.
No, clearly.
Well, that's terrifying and must be put to a stop.
Means that since he was summoned to the Realm of Dawn, there must be a person out there to challenge him. Typically doesn't go anywhere where there isn't already a king to fight.
Right, the Alabaster King.
Oh, is that the one for the Realm of Dawn?
Apparently. I don't know. That's what he said.
That's what he said, indeed.
Well,
So-
let's hope that he did. Let's hope that the Alabaster King doesn't fall under the same problems that the. Let's see, what were they all now? I only remember a couple. The Opal and Pearl shine out to me specifically. Opal King and Pearl King that both fell fairly easily.
I see.
Fuck.
Ooh. We may need to find ourselves in the realm of dawn again.
Well, luckily for you, getting between the Fae and normal ways or normal realm ain't that hard.
Does it rain oil in the face sometimes?
Oh, sometimes. Oh, that's why you
Okay.
need the change of clothes. Right. Give me a second.
Yes.
He then walks into the back, and he peeks his head out for just a second, and he says, "Are you all right with Are you right with lowly clothes, or would you like some fancy things? Whatever you can pay for is fine."
I look at what I'm wearing. Do you have anything like this?
Let me check. And he goes into the back, and after a couple of seconds, pulls out your exact outfit, but not drenched. He says, "Like this?"
Ah, perfect. Yes, I'll take that.
Ah,
Wait,
perfect.
how the fuck?
5 gold, please.
Sure, I pay him. What?
I
How the
told you.
fuck do you have my exact outfit?
I told you, everything is stocked here.
Do you perhaps have some horses back there?
Horses aren't things; they're creatures.
Right. I am confused. Where can I change?
We have rooms upstairs.
Great. I'm going to go change. And then I'm going to go to sleep.
Would you like a room here?
A room here would be great.
Wait, last time you came, you said they didn't have any rooms, right?
I don't recall asking, honestly, and I
Yeah,
swallow another.
You asked if they had rooms. Like, this is out of character. You asked if we could spend the night, and he said, this is just a tavern. We don't have rooms. But they have rooms now? What the fuck? Yes, I'll take a room for the night.
All right, let me check the back for you.
What?
Hold on.
What? Are you going to find a room in the back?
I mean, it's likely.
How is a room a thing?
Everything's stocked.
Place.
Everything. Find me a weapon that can kill the King of Obsidian.
He walks into the back looking for said weapon, and he comes back and he says, "Well, I looked high and low. This is the only thing that I could find." And in front of you, I'm going to be putting them on the map.
On the map.
He presents you with a knight, rook, and bishop from a dragon chess set.
These are game pieces.
That's what I found when I looked for a weapon that could kill him, though.
Right. Well, how much do you want for them?
Yo, this is some fucking homestuck bullshit.
These I don't see much value in. If it were a full dragon chest set, maybe, but 3 pieces isn't worth much. You can just have those. On the other hand, though, I found these, and he pulls out 3 room keys.
You found those.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, that
15
makes
silver.
perfect sense. I really want to sleep in a room tonight, but I also hate this place.
I would rather not be in the Feywilds. They can be difficult to navigate.
Should we sleep? If we wake up and we're somewhere different, would that be a bad thing?
Well, considering apparently the realm of Dawn's been taken over by interdimensional invaders.
I'm surprised you even know the word. Out of character.
What?
Shut the fuck up, huh?
Well, hey, how about you shut the fuck up before I make you shut the fuck up? Hey, remember these paws? They're going to cross your ass.
Fair enough. I think we give the room a shot.
Yeah.
Because
Honestly,
Perfect. How much for the rooms?
15 gold, 5 per key.
That is a steep price.
Oh, sorry, not gold, silver. You Realm of Dawn
Right.
people in
I start to count out 15 gold.
Are you colorblind, Avis?
No, what is the difference between gold and silver?
I'm going to pull out 2 different pieces.
No, I see, but what is the difference?
The bartender walks into the back.
It's more precious.
The bartender
What-
walks into the back and comes back with the
Concept.
the conversion chart straight out of the PHB, just on a slip of paper.
Oh. Well, this is... But why is the yellow one more expensive than the silver one?
But like the yellow one more.
So it's
I'm not from
purely
y'all's realm. I don't
cheap.
understand it
A lot
myself.
of it's harder to get to as well.
But this one that I pointed to the platinum is also silver.
It's a rarer metal. Harder to find, harder to mine. Harder to mint.
Oh.
It's confusing, but I just take what I'm given.
Money is confusing. Good night.
So you hand him the 2 gold. He hands you 5 silver back that he found in the back room. You all take your keys and head to.
This dude's back room is an eldritch dimension.
You
funny.
you climb up the stairs that Isaiah, you don't remember being there before.
Oh god.
And there seems to be like an endless hallway of rooms.
This is like the in equivalent of a bag of holding.
The
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 in
first-
dimension.
The first door reads 0001 or 00001. Excuse me, there are 5 digits. Next one's
What does my room key say?
00002. Yours all say okay, the first one says 00001, 00002, 00003.
Right, well that's convenient. And I open the first door and I go in.
I'll take the second.
I'll take the third door.
Alright. So
Gentlemen, I hope to see you when I wake up. If I do not, it'll just add more to the mystery, I suppose. I'm so fucking tired. Good night.
the rooms themselves are fairly plain. It's just like a bed and a bedstand, but the beds or the nightstand themselves have drawers on them. And Balgam, you may want to do some reading before bed, and you're like, I sure wish there was a candle in here. Then you check the drawer, and there is indeed a single candle in there.
I'm thinking, man, I really like a way to heat up my tea.
You open the drawer, and it's full of fire.
Just fire.
I open it and immediately close it. I'm like,
Just disembodied fire.
and then I open it again.
Are you thinking of anything different?
No, I'm just like, I need something to warm my tea with.
This time you see that there's just a heated teapot.
Ah, that's much better than fire.
This wasn't here before, was it? I'm gonna.
I'm like, I could really use 4,000 gold, and I open the drawer.
You see, when you open the drawer, you look inside, and on the inside of it, in golden paint, is the number 4,000.
You open the drawer and see a note that says, "Piss off, asshole."
I look at the gold painted in 4,000 and try to scrape it off the dresser. Or try to scrape it off the drawer.
You just have like little flecks of like gold paint.
I'm rich.
All right.
I immediately go over to Valgum, knock on his door.
Yes.
Valgum, look, 4,000 gold, and I'm holding like gold flecks of paint in my hand.
Exactly.
You are aware that it has to be a coin.
Why are there so many rules?
You really haven't experienced society before, have
I haven't seen a gold piece since ever. And then all of a sudden I get handed 200 of them and I get told that it's not a lot.
200's nothing to
4,000 is a bigger number. That sounds like it would be a lot.
Would be
And I wished for 4,000 gold and I opened my drawer, which you should try, by the way.
You
And this
said-
was it.
I'm gonna make that wish too and see what I get when I open my drawer.
So, you open your drawer, and there's a small parchment that's rolled up inside.
Okay. Now what is this?
You open it and read it, and it says, maybe the 4,000 gold was the friends we made along the way.
Wait, so friends are also a currency?
No, it's an expression, son. It's a whole deal about treasure and finding treasure, and the whole shtick is making friends along the way. Clever. This is a clever enchantment.
Right.
I'm gonna try.
I'm gonna go to bed. I don't like this place.
This is a very confusing place.
So, Anthus lays down for the night. Valgum?
I'm gonna
Isaiah's
do
like,
some
"I want honey."
just minor experiments
Yeah,
with the drawer,
Isaiah's
asking for
literally
random
like,
things,
drawer
just
full
to
of
see what,
honey?
just because I'm curious about it. Like small things mostly.
Whenever it's anything mundane, it gives it to you with no hesitation, but a mint. You open the drawer the first time, and it's a small miniature replica of a place where money is printed, and then you close it and open it again, and it's like a little After 8 mint.
I'm taking both of these things, and I'm like, how does it understand?
Isaiah asks for honey, so when he opens it, it's not in a container, it's just a drawer full of honey.
No, I just take my flask, pop it open, and just kind of yeah, just kind of put some in the flask and then put it away. And I'm just like, all right, I'll keep that for later.
I wish for a drawer, and I open the drawer.
You open the drawer and the world explodes. No.
And then I wake up from my dream.
You see like a miniature nightstand, and it's got a drawer on it.
We need to leave this place.
So, after toying around with the drawers and then going to sleep,
I'm taking the mint with me.
it ends up being what you think is the 7th of hammer. Although, now it's especially hard to tell because these beds were so comfy, you're not quite sure how long you slept. All you know is that you all woke up at around the same time.
I would like a balanced vegetarian breakfast. And I open the drawer.
It's a very nice looking salad this time. Where the first one that you had in Cloudsign was real not great, wilted lettuce and all that. This one is wonderful looking.
Nice.
Nice,
Like-
healthy arugula and all that.
I would like a new, simple wooden pie.
Inside, you do find a wooden pipe. Not the smoking kind, like what plumbers use.
Christ.
try
Smoking
again.
pipe.
You try again, and this time it gives you the proper kind of pipe.
Huh. This place is weird. Some might call
I'm
it
assuming Isaiah never closed the honey drawer, so he just wakes up and starts just scarfing it like a bear. In any
Okay.
case, you guys end up rested and ready to return to whatever the fuck's going on.
What? Okay, let's go.
It's not often that I open a drawer and it's full of honey.
I have found so many things in these drawers.
I'm not gonna ask what you found. And then I immediately walk out.
I don't even know what I found. And I walk out behind him.
So, after all three of you are,
Uh-huh.
all three of you,
saying the inner machinations of my mind.
It's Aethys. Wrong
So,
character. I know I'm an original.
all three of you climb down the stairs, and the party is still going downstairs. It looks like nothing has changed.
Now, how long has it been?
Nope, don't care. I'm leaving. Goodbye.
The bartender goes, "Can I get those keys back?"
I throw it at him and I leave.
I'm gonna
I lay
put
mine
mine gently on the counter. I'm gonna have to climb the stool to do it, but I'm gonna do it.
He says, "Thank you kindly."
Yep.
And
See you around.
can I get a perception check from whoever is in the place last?
Not me. I'm hauling ass out of there first.
I'll make a perception check.
Nice.
18.
As you're turning and looking to say goodbye, you notice that there are no stairs in the back room anymore.
Are you fucking kidding me? I'm like midway into raising my arm up and just being like, "Bye, guys," and they're just like, I see that there are no stairs. I'm just like, "Yeah, no, okay, bye."
Bye. I'm out. Right, okay, so if we should ever come across this place again, unless we are in dire straits, let's just avoid it.
Yeah,
Well,
I can agree to that.
it wasn't malicious.
It wasn't malicious. It was still very strange.
It's very otherworldly.
It could have easily
Beyond-
spiraled out of control.
Those drawers felt malicious to me.
seemed
So-
to have any malice to me. Just an alien mindset.
So,
I opened my drawer, and it was nothing but fire. Just fire. Not
Yeah.
contained.
An alien mindset. Because I got a miniature mint building, and a mint that you would put on your pillow.
Why would you put a mint on a pillow?
as you all walk out,
Breath.
you find yourself not in where you first started.
What does breath taste like?
Just take this. Try it.
Ooh, spicy.
It should just taste like your tea.
No, peppermints and mint tea taste completely different.
Okay, fair, but fair.
I would have loved to have given me a mint plant, though.
I would have loved that. That's great tea.
So, you guys walk out, and indeed, you are not at your camp anymore.
Oh, fuck. Our tents. We should have grabbed those.
In the center of your vision, in the distance, you see a castle that looks fairly similar, but in ruins.
Fuck.
Fuck.
And that is where we're ending tonight's session.
Just... Fuck. Where do we go from here?
Where do you go from here?
Oh, God.
All right. So, I would like to thank everyone who has been watching this session of Gambit of Chain. I still have the audio from the first half if that was a problem earlier. All of it is going to be put up on YouTube within the next week
Yes.
for you guys to be able to see and actually hear the PC's point of view.
And we would like to credit the artist Serrano Kami for the pictures of our characters. You
Yes.
see? Her links will be in the description of the YouTube video.
Yes, they will be. And as soon as Andrew gives them to me, they will also be on the description of this channel and the Twitter of the Crit Heads.
Yep.
So, again, thank you for watching.
Good night.
Good night.
Bye.
See you next Friday.
Don't open your drawers.